Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 18 of the year 2026. And this is from the 27th April till the 3rd of May. Yes, we are entering May. And this is going to be based on moon's ingress and interaction with all the grahas and the planets, and one by one, all the signs during the month. When it transits, it's actually the swiftest, so it's very important to check moon's transit and how is it going to be interacting and is going to be playing out. And this week moon is going to be in Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio debilitated sign towards the end. And we do have on the first Buddha Purnima also, and Mercury is going to be changing signs on the 30th of April and is going to be till the Mercury is going to be till the 15th of May in the Aries sign from 30th April. And we have Sun and Ketu exactly in trine to each other. So that's also one of the major most transits this week. The most important highlight, I would say, because the fiery trine is getting activated. And nothing much about this week, but yes, it is a very important week, a spiritual week for one and all, because we have Buddha Purnima also. So let us pray together and stay together and grow together. Okay, so let's start with the readings for all 12 signs and how this week is going to be playing out as per your ascendant, moon, and your Dasha sign. And as you know, I always take up Dasha sign, which is the most important. If the readings are not matching, it is because you're not checking your Dasha, because the Dasha is the current state of affairs, the current state of mind, the current situation that you're in. Dasha is the king of every horoscope. If the Dasha is, of course, we have to have a promise. If there is a childbirth in your chart, it will happen. But when? So Dasha will decide. If the Dasha of the childbirth is not there, even there is a commitment, the right kind of period doesn't come. So that particular event either takes time or it is little difficult. Okay, so that is why I always say Dasha and transits are not the event creators, but they are really important to check for knowing which event is going to take place when. And change your time as per the time zone you're in, because I use the India time, New Delhi time for all my transits and transit videos. And these are all generic predictions, but I think I can claim that it can be 40 to 50% of the readings will match up, because it's no rocket science that I'm doing, but simply when moon is ingressing in so and so house, in so and so sign, how is it going to play out for you, how the week is going to play out as per your health, career, your pets, your children, your your finances, investments, travels, and romance, litigation, etc. So all the things I try to cover, and if I don't, do let me know. For the homemakers also, I'm incorporating, because they were complaining that you talk about the career oriented people, what about the ones who are sitting at home and working so much, how is the day going to be? So definitely I'll be incorporating that reading as well this time. And if you have anything specific, you can mention in the comment section. What is the way to check the transit positions? Your natal chart is the first and the foremost one, and the Dasha. Then comes the transit. But remember, Dasha and transit are not the event creators. We have to see as per the ascendant, moon, and Dasha sign. First of all, you have to see your natal chart. Suppose you are an Aquarius rising in your natal chart, in your birth chart when you were born. See what Dasha you're in. And you have to put in your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and you will get this chart, and you will get the Dasha pattern. Vimshatari Dasha, you have to check if you are, suppose, in the Dasha of Mercury, and Mercury is posited in Leo sign. You have to make your natal chart your base chart. Now you have to make Leo sign your first house instead of Aquarius. Make Leo your first house and see where the transits are happening. You have to rotate the chart from Aquarius to Leo, your birth chart. From Leo, 7th house transit, Saturn is retrograding, 8th house Rahu is there, Mars and Moon are in the 9th house, 10th house Jupiter, 11th house Sun and Venus, and 12th house Mercury. For Aries, your core theme this week is value, because Moon is transiting through your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses. On the 27th, Moon is going to be in the Leo sign. So first is value, then effort, then emotional balance, and then deep karmic realization. So this is how the week unfolds. Now, 27th moon is going to be in the Leo sign. Your 5th house is going to be Kanchan Ketu. So detachment in emotions, children, romance, creativity is the theme. And from Cancer, this is the second house activation also. So values, food, family, food, wealth, etc. also is activating. But yes, the main core theme is emotional decisions would be made on this day. Avoid speculative investments. Ketu is detaching you from risky gains. Okay. As regards to your relationships, your romance, this is also in trying to Sun over here, not to forget that. So sudden emotional distance, old romantic patterns may surface. If dating, confusion or withdrawal can be there. As regards to children, this is a very important start of the week, because you will be little concerned, or maybe you're very emotional about your child, or you are unable to handle certain things. So you need to avoid overreaction on this day, especially on the 27th. And overthinking and emotional detachment, you should be health wise also, this is not a good overthinking habits you should avoid. And keep a constant watch on your pets also on this day, and it's a very powerful time period for karmic release. Any kind of spiritual pursuits you want to follow, you can do it, and past life patterns may show up. So what are the past life patterns? Something like you meet somebody all of a sudden. That is how we astrologers should check. If you meet someone, you say that something happened today, very different. So that is what is karmic. Some karmic relationship or karmic any kind of event that happens, it's very karmic. So that is something you have to check in your life, what happens. Some past patterns might show, past life or past patterns may show up. So do not take emotional decisions in love and investments on this day. 28th to the 30th afternoon, moon is going to be in the Virgo sign opposite Saturn, Mars and Mercury, and this is the day when Mercury changes signs also. So when it is opposite this place, so core themes are work pressure, productive day though, but health correction, relationship stress can be there. And it also is going to give you a lot of courage on this day to make decisions. And you can see that there is a Mercury Mars Saturn combination also in the 12th house of yours. So this can be confusion, frustrating day as well, because you have done so much. So there is some pressure from the bosses and seniors. There can be some conflicts with your co-workers on this day. So miscommunication is quite likely. If you are jobless and struggling, so this is the time when you can have possibly some interviews lined up also. And routine stress can be there. Domestic workload can be there for the homemakers. Okay, I hope I've made you happy today. And health wise, there can be some digestion issues, sleep issue you can have, or skin or nerve related stress can be there as well. As regards to litigation and all, there is some kind of stress over there on these areas also. Avoid aggressive action. Take the help of a lawyer, or maybe you can switch the lawyer also during this time. This can lead to a change also. And relationship wise, there can be some argument, in which can lead to some kind of communication gap. There can be some criticism or irritation, because you are also very, very critical any which ways. You criticize yourself also. Pets healthcare is required. Avoid unnecessary travel on this day. Students may feel pressured or distracted, must focus on discipline on this day. Investment wise, not a good day as well. From 28th to the 30th afternoon, avoid risk and confusion driven decisions also. Chant Hanuman Chalisa on this day, especially to balance Mars and Saturn energy. 30th afternoon to 2nd May. Now this is heavy, because it's Libra sign where moon is going to be, and there is a lot of energy here, because Jupiter is in trine. Can you see, looking at this zone, Rahu is in trine, Sun and Mercury are there, and Mars from the 12th house is also looking at the Libra sign. So Libras must be, wherever Libra is of yours, this is heavy and this is quite activated during this time period, especially this week. And it means that thinking becomes fast. Okay. Mercury enters your sign also, that is the first house. So thinking becomes fast, speech becomes impulsive, and decisions become ego driven. Be very careful what you say. And also, Libra is like, you can maybe meet if you want to meet someone, you can meet and wear new clothes. Maybe you can take your wife or husband or your children out for dinner, or maybe there is some delegate or you are going to be meeting them as well. Some meetings are lined up during this moon in the Libra sign, and there's a lot of energy, so it's good for wisdom, it's good for clarity also. And Rahu energy is there, so you have to be careful with what kind of people you're mixing with. Are they really worth being in your life or not? So that is the core theme. And on the 1st, we have full moon, also Buddha Purnima in Libra sign also. So relationship culmination happens. And you can be very emotional on this day as well. So most important day, because you will get that clarity in relationship. Emotional confrontation can be there. Truth surfaces. If strong relationship, then bonding definitely will be stronger. If weak, then conflict or realization can happen. Important decisions regards to your business partnerships also, contracts, agreements, maybe you'll be signing or applying for visa, etc. also. And mind is emotional on this day, and mental peak is quite evident. As regards to your finances, linked to partnerships, you can grow also. And Buddha Purnima, it is on the 1st of May, full moon in Swati Nakshatra. So this is like, Mercury getting energized here. So wisdom, clarity, communication. Mercury is though combust also from the 27th April to the 23rd May for 27 days. So inner clarity and outer confusion can be seen. Okay, so be careful. And on the Buddha Purnima, if you can donate green items, meditate on clarity, avoid arguments, a very good time. And relationship energy also continues, during this time, and mature decisions are expected from you guys. Now 3rd of May, moon is going to be in your 8th house, debilitated. So this definitely is an emotional transformation phase. Whenever there is Chandrashama, we all go through this and we feel a little uncomfortable because of this also. And emotions, inner self or children related, some emotions are heightened. So intense emotional state, vulnerable or introspective. You need to stay calm and don't make any important decisions on this day out of impulse or out of emotions. Hidden expenses can be there, shared money issues can be there, so be prepared and be cautious also. And emotional intensity, possessiveness or insecurity can happen as well. And watch for reproductive system, hormones, health-wise, and anxiety. Okay, keep a watch on your pet's health also. This is a sensitive phase. And spiritually, this is very good for shadow work, inner healing. It is going to give you quite a lot of insights also if you are into occult research, astrology, etc. So this is definitely a very positive time. And Sun and Ketu will be in trine to each other at the exact degrees. So this is on the 28th of April. So ego versus detachment, spiritual awakening happens, identity shift. So Sun and Ketu in trine is fiery energy activation also. So be careful about your speech, because Mercury is in Aries sign in your 1st house. Misjudgment can happen because it is combust. Otherwise, it is not bad here. It is going to be giving you some kind of relief in your litigation, in your relationship with your siblings also. And Mars, Saturn are going to be also, they're splitting away though. But yeah, this brings in some kind of frustration and blocked energy also. And Mars, on the 2nd May, till the 2nd May, you might just feel that your focus is completely on the career. On the 2nd to the 6th of May, it is about gains, networking. You might meet those kinds of people who are going to be influential, and you are going to feel that there is some breakthrough that you're getting. Maybe some interview you had already appeared for. Now it is going to be giving you some kind of relief, or maybe some next step you will be getting into. And actions shift from work to future gains. And unstable thinking because of Mercury, so be careful about that. And of course, your finances, speech, value system is getting activated this week, so make the best use of it. And home versus career axis is also getting active, because Rahu Ketu will be in the Cancer Capricorn Navamsha, and I've done a separate video, please do watch it. And Saturn is also transiting through the Scorpio, Navamsha. So this is also going to be in a very karmic transformation phase. And as regards to your home, family, parents, there can be some emotional fluctuations. Mother's health you have to take care of. Fathers' guidance is important. And as regards to siblings, communication tension midweek. So be careful about that. And career wise, there can be some kind of pressure initially and then conflict, and then you get the clarity ultimately. So don't worry about your career on the career front. Yes, for the homemakers, this can bring about some tussle or some kind of argument at the with the other family members. So stay calm. That's what I can say. And of course, financially, avoid speculation and focus on stability. And karmic release, inner awakening, emotional healing. These are the key themes for you guys this week. Hanuman Chalisa, Surya Argya, and green donations you can perform. And if you're non-Hindu, so avoid impulsive decisions. Journal and grounding practices is a must. So stay calm in communication, focus on health, and take relationships seriously. Practice grounding and don't argue impulsively. And invest emotionally. That is also to be avoided. Overreaction midweek is quite likely, so be careful about these energies. You're good to go. This week will test your patience, your relationships, your emotional strength, but it will also give you clarity about what truly matters. All right, coming to the next one, that is Taurus. All the best. So for Taurus natives, moon is transiting through your 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th houses. I've written moon, so you can know. So for Taurus, your Lagna Venus is in the 1st house. So it is giving you strength, charm, attraction, self-focus, any which way. So, but at the same time, Saturn is aspecting this zone, not to forget, from the Pisces sign. So Venus is not behaving freely. It is asking for maturity, discipline, patience, and realistic choices in love, money, comfort, beauty, and relationships. Okay, because Saturn is aspecting after all, so it reduces the sheen of Venus. Remember, moon is going to be in your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th houses. So home and emotional peace, children, romance, creativity, work, health, conflict, and lastly, marriage, partnership, truth are going to be the key themes. So 4th house is moon with Ketu, not to forget, and in trying to sun also. So here, this can bring emotional detachment from home matters. You may feel that something in the family atmosphere is not giving you peace you expect, because Ketu's energy is there, and there's a lot of workload also at the career front. So you are not feeling that comfortable to be your mind is there at the workplace. Even if you're working from home, you're feeling little disturbed. So the peace is missing on this day because of Ketu there as well. But the good side is that you suddenly can see clearly what is disturbing your inner peace. That is the most important part. And once you get that clarity, you're good. You're really strong. So this is a good day for decluttering, emotional release, and understanding what kind of home environment you really need. But it is good day for career wise, because you don't want that distraction. If you're distracted, then career also goes for a toss. So you have to strike a balance. Maybe if you can't, career requires more attention these days. I've seen people are more stressed out because they have to prove themselves. They are really stressed for that reason. Expenses on home, vehicle repairs, interiors, or family needs can arise when moon is going to be in your 4th house for a day on the 27th. Partner may feel you are emotionally unavailable. Mother's health or emotional state may need attention. Good for thinking and observing for property and relocation, etc., but not for final decisions this week. Chest can be heavy, or maybe there's heaviness or there's lungs issues you can feel on this day, or maybe emotional eating, sleep issues, anxiety due to family matters. So avoid all this. If you can stay focused, of course things will get better. If you know what you're heading to, you can prepare yourself. That is why when you are forewarned, you're forearmed. When moon is in your 5th house, I remember this person saying this to me, so I use this. Now moon is going to be in the Virgo sign from the 28th to the 30th afternoon, and is going to be opposite Saturn, Mars, and Mercury also for that time. So children, romance, creativity, education, speculation. This is the key theme of moon in the 5th house. So this is very important part of the week, because Virgo natives become more activated, the Virgo sign gets activated. So this is good for practical decision making about children, studies, creativity, and investments. And if you're working on a creative project, this can help you refine it, because it's the sign of refinement, it is the sign of criticism. So you will definitely work on yourself, you'll push yourself to the wall. Yes, I need to really work on this project, and you have to refine it. Any kind of project you're working on, even if it's a presentation, even if it's a talk that you have to do. Students can become serious and disciplined during this time, and but you can be on the overthinking side also. You might just worry about children. Romantic tension can be there. Moon doesn't do well in the 5th house, by the way. So there can be some kind of speculative anxiety, since Mars and Saturn are also involved, right opposites. So avoid risky investments, I would say, or gambling, or impulsive trading, or emotional decisions in love. Children may need extra patience, don't pressure them harshly, and good for disciplined study, but stress must be managed as regards to student natives. Romance, you can have misunderstandings, avoid criticism or emotional testing, and not ideal for speculation, better for reviewing and correction in your investments. Digestion, acidity, nerves, hormonal imbalance may need care. As regards to creativity, it's good for editing, it's good for correcting, refining, not rushing launch. You can do soft launch if you want to, but make sure that you are not taking any impulsive decision during this time. Moon is in Libra, and this is on the 30th April afternoon to the 2nd May, and is aspected by Jupiter, Mars, and is right opposite Sun and Mercury also. And we have Buddha Purnima on this day, and full moon in Swati. So 6th house is getting active of yours. So it is about health, work, disease, loan, litigation, enemies. This is that house. So for you guys, when there is the 6th house energy of Buddha Purnima, full moon in Swati, this is very important, because it brings light or to health, to routine, because it's full moon. So it is going to get activated. Debts, work pressure, co-workers, and unresolved conflicts definitely are going to get resolved. So this is that time when you will get clarity about about these areas. So this is definitely going to be helping you correct your routine, you improve your discipline, handle legal matters, clear pending tasks, and become more practical. If you have ignored your health till now, so this week may show you what needs attention. Maybe you will change your doctor, you will seek attention and help from the new doctor or a second opinion. But the difficult side is that it is going to give you some kind of stress or workplace politics or arguments, overthinking, or imbalance in health. Since Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is your Lagnesh also, and the full moon is directly impacting your body, mind, and balance, and is also aspected by Saturn, your 1st house. So you might just feel the pressure at the workplace also. Co-workers may be difficult or unclear. Stay professional, that's what I can say, and avoid emotional reactions with your bosses. Be factual and calm at the workplace especially. And good for applications and follow-ups if you're looking for a job, but check your documents very carefully. As regards to your health, kidney area, sugar balance, lower back, skin, reproductive or hormonal balance, digestion, stress, these need care. Okay, and loans and debts, good time to review your repayment plans. Avoid new debts unless it's necessary. Good for strategy, documentation, etc. If you're or legal review, if at all you are thinking of getting into a litigation, not emotional confrontation, please. And pets may need health attention or routine care. And Buddha Purnima is a very beautiful day that you're heading to. So it's a day of wisdom. It's a day of mental clarity and balancing thought with compassion. So heal your routine and your peace will return. Lastly, moon is going to be for a day on the 3rd in the debilitation sign, in the 7th house in the Scorpio sign. Marriage, partnership, and public dealings house. So moon here can make relationship matters very sensitive. Could be any kind of relationship, business relationship, your marriage, your relationship with a partner. So this is definitely going to be very activated. So hidden emotions in marriage or partnership can come up for healing, maybe, because it's a Scorpio sign. You may understand your partner more deeply. You may have a hearty conversation. Business partnerships may also reveal what needs correction. Maybe you want to invest more, or you want to work on your business proposal that you have been thinking of. You want to travel, you want to discuss certain plans, so you can do it on this day also. But there is emotional intensity also, possessiveness, insecurity, suspicion, or sudden relationship tension which can crop up. So if you have any kind of doubt, just get it cleared. Definitely you should wait for that doubt clearing also, patiently. Okay. Since it is opposite Venus also, this can create a strong push and pull between me and the other person. So avoid emotional drama, listen carefully, and if you're single, attraction is possible, but don't rush into emotional attachment. That's what I can say. And in case there's ex relationship, so maybe old feelings may resurface, but don't confuse memory with destiny. Business partnership, you have to be a little careful about, and be careful with the expectation and financial terms. Get everything documented, And hormonal stress, reproductive sensitivity, anxiety, emotional exhaustion can happen. Partnership money or shared expenses may become a topic. So travel with your partner, maybe emotionally or sensitive time, or maybe, keep your plans simple. If you have to travel for work, etc., so you can just align everything very carefully, because Mercury is combust also, not to forget. And Mercury is in Aries sign in the Taurus in the 12,000 Aries. So this is about sleep, expenses, foreign lands, and Sun is also there. So and Mercury is combust, not to forget. So this can create hidden anxiety, sleep disturbance, foreign communication also, private planning, or maybe unnecessary mental activity. So that is something you have to be little careful about. And the good side is that it's good for spiritual writing, private strategy, foreign related work, meditation, and behind the scenes planning. The difficult side is overthinking at night, impulsive expenses, secret worries, miscommunication in foreign matters, or hidden conversations creating confusion. So don't send emotional messages late night. Sleep before deciding, I think. And Sun and Ketu will be in exact trine to each other. That is happening on the 28th April. So this is 12th and the 4th house activation. So Sun is exalted in your 12th house. So this creates spiritual detachment from home, emotional patterns, and old family conditioning. So this is definitely good for deep inner release. You may understand what peace really matters and means. And the difficult side is that emotionally you might just feel disconnected from your family comforts. You're traveling, you have to travel long journeys, so this may be a little difficult and cumbersome. But yes, you are asking, to find peace within, not only through home, luxury, or people. Okay, Saturn is also aspecting Venus, so this is love becomes serious, money becomes disciplined, comfort becomes responsible, beauty becomes matured. And this is good for long-term stability, but serious commitments, better financial planning, and mature decisions in relationships also. But it can make you really emotionally heavy and delay in pleasure also. So this is not denying happiness, by the way, so it is asking you to choose what can last. And also, I'm going to be giving you 2 dates, that is till the 2nd of May. This is going to be giving you, it is strengthening your identity, body, beauty, self-confidence. So if you have to start anything new, you can do it on till the 2nd of May. And then it shifts to money and communication and practical decision making from 3rd to the 5th. So till on the 3rd especially, so practical decision making will happen. And also, you have to be careful about your relationship, marriage, contracts, partnership. These all need maturity. And Rahu Ketu are also in the Capricorn and Cancer Navamsha, which is your 3rd and the 9th Navamsha, which is activated. So beliefs, travels, father, guru, siblings, communication, courage. This may bring new thinking around dharma and effort. Okay, so for you guys, comfort with discipline, love with maturity, money with caution, home peace with inner peace, relationship desire with emotional honesty is the key. And Good for self-confidence, good for financial awareness, practical health correction, and deeper relationship understanding. Challenges include emotional heaviness and work stress, sleep disturbance, relationship sensitivity. So take care of your health and routine. That's the best thing. And review your finances and debt carefully, and stay calm in relationship conversations. Buddha Purnima is here for healing and mental clarity you will get. Avoid emotional spending and spend time in nature. Barefoot grounding is very important and good for you. Don't speculate aggressively. Don't assume your partner's intentions. Don't overeat or overspend on comfort, and don't make relocation or property decisions emotionally. Don't ignore sleep, digestion, sugar, and stress levels if or stress signals. And recite Om Shukraya Namah 11 to 21 times a day. Offer white flowers and sweets to the altar, to the goddess. And also, on Buddha Purnima, meditate for mental clarity on the 1st of May, and donate green items or food articles, and also, donate black sesame seeds on the Saturday, or any kind of black color clothes. Keep a spending diary this week. That is going to help you. Sleep before making emotional decisions. Eat lighter foods this week during Virgo and Libra moon phase, especially, from 28th of April till the 2nd of May. And take a slow walk barefoot, and have one honest but calm relationship conversation. So this week strengthens your Venus but tests its maturity. Love, money, health, peace, these can improve, but only if you choose stability over impulse and truth over emotional comfort. Somebody is asking to advise for career, new opportunities, and Taurus moon and Jupiter Mahadasha. Very good. In fact, Jupiter is transiting your second house and is looking at your 10th, is activating it also. When moon is in your 6th house, maybe you will get an offer. So just take it up, whatever you're getting, take it up. Start, even if you have to start from scratch, I would request you, because people think that, oh, I'm not getting that kind of salary or thing. So you have to be really little mellowing right now with the kind of Saturn is looking at Venus also, so it is going to be a little lesser than you're expecting, but you will definitely get. Okay, coming to, yes, definitely I'm using. So for Gemini, Ascendant, Moon, and Dasha sign wise predictions that I'm giving you. So for you guys, Moon is going to be in your 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the 6th house. Let me write here also, Moon. Okay, so this is what is the key transit this week. Okay, so 27th April to 3rd of May. Now for you guys, your Lagna Lord is changing signs and is also combust this week. Okay, Mercury is going to be in your 11th house and is going to be combust also. So your thinking, speech, decision making, career, communication, and relationship, they need clarity or maybe extra care. Okay, so we do have Buddha Purnima, full moon in Swati also. So Mercury related themes become more important for you, and you need both clarity, during in relationship, at your place of work also. Okay, so when moon is going to be in your 3rd, 4th, 5th, so the communication, courage, then home, emotional peace, and children, romance and creativity, and lastly health, work and conflicts, these get triggered up and activated. And thank you so much for watching from Malaysia. Thank you so much. It's midnight for you guys. Yeah, thank you. So Pisces, oh, I'm so sorry, that's your last sign. I'll do the reading. Maybe you can watch later. Please go to bed. So for Gemini, moon is going to be in the Leo sign to start with. So 3rd house is your communication, siblings, 27th of April. Courage, travel, skills, all these are getting activated, either or. So this can make you speak less, observe more, and watch what am I doing, some kind of unnecessary conversations you're getting involved in. So this will detach you from all of that, and this may give you that courage to cut off meaningless communication. You may feel inspired to write, teach, record, speak, travel, or work on skills. So just take care, because Ketu is also there, so the communication can be dry or abrupt. And since Ketu and Sun are going to be on the exact trine also, and the fire connection is there, so ego issues with siblings, colleagues, neighbors, friends, even team members, these can arise. So good for writing, media, teaching, if you are in these careers, marketing, content, and short presentations and communication work. But do not speak impulsively. Financially, small gains through communication possible, sales, contacts, or short-term efforts are possible, but avoid casual financial promises. Mercury is combust. And relationship-wise, it can bring about some kind of misunderstandings to start with when Moon is in the Leo sign. So be careful about your, misunderstandings could be through your messages. So don't assume silence as rejection, okay? And some distance or unusual conversation is possible with siblings, so handle gently. And short travel is also possible, but keep plans flexible. And shoulders, arms, throats, nervous tensions, and restlessness need care. And for student natives, good for revision, writing, skill-based learning, but concentration may fluctuate. So good for mantra chanting, journaling, reducing unnecessarily speech. So this way it is good. Then Moon moves into your Virgo sign on the 28th till the 30th afternoon. It's going to be in your 4th house. Home, mother, property, inner peace, all these will play out. So this is a very important emotional phase, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury also, your Lagna Lord. But Moon is in Virgo, so it is the opposite, and it's opposite Saturn and Mars also. So and Mercury will also be there when we are on that 30th of April, Mercury changes sign. So your emotional base may feel pressured. You can organize your home matters, think practically about property, renovation, relocation, fixing your house, some leakages are there, family responsibilities, emotional stability. So you can work on these, you can organize all this, but it can also, Moon when is in the 4th house, it brings anxiety or overthinking or criticism, or domestic pressure is there, mother related worry is there, either or emotional heaviness is there. And Mars can give you some kind of irritation, and Saturn can create responsibility. See, Mars and Saturn when are together, it's like, someone who is just getting into a road rage and Mars is pulling you back. Don't do. So Mars is being stopped by the Saturn when both are together. So it's a push and pull kind of a phase for everyone. This is a pressure phase, and you need to be a little careful, because Saturn is definitely giving you that responsibility, and compass Mercury is giving you confusion and discussions. So work may get affected by family or home responsibilities. If you're working from home, stress can increase. So financially, it can bring about some home expenses, rent, or maybe vehicle or property related or family spending may come up. You did not plan this. So budget carefully, and mother's health or emotional state may need attention. And good for reviewing documents, comparing options, planning budgets, but not for hurried emotional decisions regards to property, renovation, relocation. So take things easy, okay? And also, relationship wise, partner may feel you're mentally preoccupied. So avoid criticism at home, and take care of your chest region, digestion, sleep, anxiety, acidity, or nervous system. This may be sensitive. Some kind of distraction can be there with the students, because this can affect their study, because you need to fix a routine and this is not happening. So it's a full moon time also, so you can do it, fix a routine for yourself. And also, home distractions can affect your study. So just be careful about that. Pets may need sensitive, attention. And keep their routine also steady. Then there is Buddha Purnima, that is full moon in Swati also. So this is going to be in your 5th house. So rules intelligence, love, children, mantra, past life merit, and education, creativity, performance, and speculation. So this is definitely very positive for getting that clarity about learning, creative expression, teaching, writing, content, children's matters, romantic communication. Since it's in the Swati nakshatra, so an airy nakshatra, ideas can move quickly. But there is a challenging side also to it. You can feel little unstable mentally, emotionally, in love. You're thinking too much about your kids. There's scattered creativity. You're not able to channelize the energies well. Speculative temptation is there. So Rahu rules the Swati nakshatra, as you know, and it is transiting your ninth house also. So you can maybe, it can make you chase excitement. Don't gamble emotionally or financially. So take care of the children's mood and studies and students also. It's but very good for learning, writing, communication, languages, presentations, and exam strategy, but avoid distraction, as I said earlier. Romance wise, it is going to bring about some attraction, and singles may receive attention to reconnect with someone, but don't mistake excitement for stability. Ex relationship might also trigger during this time. Some conversations around future, children, emotional expectations may come up if you're married or in a committed relationship. Speak gently and avoid risky speculation. Good for reviewing investments, not impulsive trading, and also excellent for creative professions, teaching, consulting, media, astrology, writing, designing. So these days are very good. The full moon energy is very positive for you if you are on the social media and performance based work. Okay, take care of your heart, digestion, anxiety, sleep rhythm, and stress from overthinking during the Buddha Purnima. Buddha Purnima is an excellent time period, I must tell you, to for mantra study, wisdom, calming your mind, and this is the day to balance intellect with compassion also. Moon lastly will be in your Scorpio sign, your 6th house, on the 3rd of May. Now this is going to activate your health, disease, debts, litigation, work pressure, co-workers, pets. This is all going to get activated. Now you see which one is getting activated in your personal charts. But yeah, moon is debilitated here, so this is serious correction phase, and you can fight problems, clean up routine, handle pending tasks. Maybe you will be confronting your health issues, or maybe you'll be more disciplined now. Okay, I have to do the diet plan, I have to do the workouts, manage your debts well, and any kind of discipline is definitely good for you guys. Don't bring in workplace stress at home, and there can be some hidden enemies, anxiety, or digestive troubles and emotional irritation, and you may become internally intense while you will be showing that you're very normal. So this is that kind of a day. So work pressure from the workplace can be there. Co-workers may be very difficult or secretive. Don't get pulled into politics on this day, especially. Keep communication very simple and clear and factual. Don't defend emotionally. Good for applications if you want to apply for interviews, etc., or apply for a job or follow-ups. So read details very carefully, and good for your aligning with your maybe some PR work, etc. Also take care of your digestion, intestines, reproductive health, anxiety, acidity, inflammation, and sleep. They all need care. And good for making repayment plans for loans, etc. Review your dues and handle paperwork really carefully if you are into any kind of litigation. Useful for strategy, documents, legal review. Avoid filing from anger, and strongly watch pets' health, food, digestion, and routine also on this day, on the 3rd of May. So this will last for 2 quarter days, so maybe the next day also you have to take care. Good for discipline, study, competitive exams if you're sitting for one, problem solving, mental pressure must be controlled for student natives, I must tell. And Mercury is in the 11th house also. So Mercury in the 11th house is good for ideas, contracts, networking, social media, audience, friendships, and income possibilities can increase. This is good for business outreach also, digital work, collaborations, teaching, advisory work, and community growth. But at the same time, don't get into any kind of impulsive networking also. Misunderstanding with friends can happen, or false promises, overconfidence in gains, speaking too quickly in group settings. Because Mercury is combust also, so this you may know something internally but fail to present it clearly. So document conversations. That's what you can do. Good for network based growth, but don't overpromise. And gains are possible, but avoid risky group investments, please. Some friends may help, but some may mislead unintentionally also. So watch out, draw a line. Fast speech can create mistakes, so slow down. Okay, and Buddha Purnima definitely is very positive for you. Don't only think fast, think clearly. Good for study, mantra writing, spiritual learning, teaching, forgiveness, reducing mental stress. Avoid any kind of arguments, gossip, speculative decisions, over analysis of romance and children. Sun Ketu will also be at the exact trine on the 28th of April. So this is going to be giving you that power. This is a powerful combination for courage, communication, public message, audience, networking, and bold ideas. You may release fear around self-expression. But the difficult side is that it can bring about clashes with your friends, siblings, teams, or online audience. You may detach from certain networks to stop caring about shallow validation. So the excellent time for spiritual communication, teaching, and content with depth, but please don't expect that others will acknowledge your presence. Sometimes it so happens, and don't pick up any kind of arguments on the social media also. And this is what is the key theme. And yes, confidence is going to increase, initiative, ambition, these are all going to increase. Take care of inflammation, blood pressure, headaches, and nervous exhaustion, because Mars is in the Kendra in your 10th house also. And for you guys, I'm going to be giving you few dates. So 27th, it is good for learning, travel, guidance. 29th is good for career, decision making. If you want to go in for any job change, etc., you can do it on this day. On the 30th and the 1st, 30th April and the 1st of May, this is good for gains, networks, audience. And lastly, on the 2nd and the 3rd, this is the time for rest. Maybe some foreign linkage starts, or maybe some expenditure happens. So belief, career, gains, retreat. This is the key theme during this week. And overall, this is a very I would say this is a strong week. Strong movement in communication, learning, creativity, career, networking, and gains. But because Mercury, your Lagnacious combust, and Mars and Saturn are in your pressure house in the 10th house, so you must avoid haste. So this week begins with communication and effort, moves into home and emotional responsibility, peaks in creativity and children through Buddha Purnima, and ends with work, health, correction. So writing, teaching, skill building, networking, study, correction, health, planning, finances definitely is good. Avoid overthinking, emotional communication, and work stress. Take care of your sleep also. And what I can suggest is double check your messages and documents this week, and study something, some scripture, some mantra chanting for clarity, and avoid any kind of gossips, unnecessary debates also. And guide children calmly and use your network wisely. Don't overcommit also professionally, and don't speculate impulsively, and don't ignore sleep and anxiety, and don't mix romance with confusion. Okay, so the best thing that you can do as remedies is donate green moong, green vegetables, or stationery to the students, stationery goods, and also recite Vishnu Sahasranamam or Om Namo Narayanaya for clarity, and Hanuman Chalisa, of course you should, because Mars is in your 10th house. Keep a written checklist, if you're forgetting or if you're not clear. So keep a written checklist, avoid late night messagings, and take 10 minutes of breath work before important conversations. Reduce caffeine if anxiety rises. Walk barefoot or sit in nature to ground your mind. Check facts before forwarding or speaking. All right. So this is like, slow down your speech, verify your facts, and let clarity mature before action. This is the key theme for my dear Gemini. If you have anything you want to convey, please do let me know. If you have any questions. Let me see, the next one is Cancer. I'm D9 Gemini, moon and analysis fits well. Waiting to hear Virgo, Ascendant, and Sagittarius. Okay, for sure. So, transits this week, because it is affecting your physical body, mind, emotions, decisions, relationship, and overall stability also. Moon is like that kind of a planet also. And Okay, so what is happening? The week starts with money and speech, then goes to the communication and effort, fourth house, home and emotional peace, and lastly, children, romance, and deep feelings. So this week, where your words, emotion, family matters, children, and inner peace become very important. Firstly, moon is on the 27th going to be in your second house, money, family, speech, food, values house. So this is also activating the Ketu energy because it is also in trying to sun also. This can make you emotionally detached from family expectations, food, family, finance, as I always say. So or there can be some financial pressure. Since moon is with Ketu and is in trine to exalted sun, so there is a spiritual lesson around speech, self-worth, and family values also. So that message you have to see. Maybe there is some kind of decision which is coming your way, very important decision, and you may realize what truly matters financially. You may become less attached to showing off, okay, pleasing family or people, and proving your value through money. So that's the best thing. This is also spiritual lesson, but you have to, maybe with the Ketu energy, your speech can become dry, detached, or sharp. Family members may feel you're emotionally unavailable. There may be sudden concern around savings, food habits, and family obligations also. But plan your budget well. Good for reviewing savings, cutting unnecessary expenditures, and understanding where money is being wasted. Avoid emotional purchases on this day. And a karmic family pattern may become visible. Don't react harshly. Speech is very important. One sentence can either hurt you or heal you. I would say heal you or hurt you. So depends what you want. So your financial expectations from career may come into focus during this time. On this day, on the 27th April, your partner may feel you're emotionally guarded, or maybe there is lack of presence of yours. You're working too hard at the workplace, so you're not able to be present physically and emotionally in relationship. Take care of your throat, take care of your food habits, sugar, emotional eating, and digestion. These need care. Student natives, good for memorization if emotionally calm, but distraction through family matters is quite likely. And for as regards to homemakers, this is a very beautiful day to connect with your family, convey what you're feeling. Maybe some expenditure has happened, you have to discuss your plans also. This is good for you. Excellent for mantra, silence, speaking less, and with awareness. Okay. Moon will be in Virgo sign from the 28th to the 30th afternoon. Now this is going to be opposites. Saturn, Mars, and Mercury will also be here till now. And also we have in the Virgo sign, it is going to be in the Virgo sign. Sorry, it's going to be opposite. Yeah, that's it. So this is what it is activating your communication, and it is making things very pressured for you on this day because Saturn is also there. So, but it can be a very productive day. These 2 days are very productive for you for writing, speaking, teaching, and learning a skill, and planning, short travels, marketing, content creation. You may get courage to take decisions also. And now you will be really, courageous to make bold decisions. Now the challenging side is overthinking. It can give you nervous tensions, arguments with siblings, sharp speech, miscommunication with co-workers. Since Mercury is combust also and involved with Mars and Saturn, be careful with messages, documents, and verbal commitments. Okay. Good for career-wise, good for meetings, emails, presentations, social media, in interviews, client communication, but you must remain precise. Okay. And financially, there can be some kind of small gains through efforts. Sales and communication are possible. Avoid impulsive commitments. Sibling tensions can be there. Serious discussions may arise. Be patient, I would suggest. Short travels are possible on these days, and delays and irritation can also happen because of Mars and Saturn looking at this zone. Mars though is your Yoga Karak Graha, so but it's conjunct the 8th Lord Saturn also. And shoulders, arms, nerves, digestion, anxiety, sleep, these need care. Okay. And good for writing, revision, and practical learning, but not for scattered multitasking. Relationship wise, tone matters. Okay. And also avoid sarcastic and defensive replies, and keep your pet's routine steady because pets need attention, and especially if you are traveling or maybe some family movement is increasing. So this is like, you need to be very careful about their routine. They are very particular also. Then moon moves into Libra sign on the 30th afternoon to the 2nd of May and is aspected by Jupiter opposite Sun, Mercury, and in trine to Rahu, and is also aspected by the 8th aspect of Mars as well. So home, mother, property, emotional peace, these are all going to be getting activated, either or in your lives. So see to it. So this is a very emotional moon here. So maybe, it is going to be giving you that kind of emotional clarity now. You may understand what kind of home, family atmosphere or emotional support you truly need. It is good for healing domestic tensions, beautifying the home, discussing relocation or property matters thoughtfully. So just that, moon here brings emotional restlessness also. Must remember that. In 4-8-12, moon is restless. So since moon is aspected by Mars, Jupiter and connected to Rahu also, the mind can swing between hope, irritation and overthinking. So do not make impulsive decisions around home, property, family, or maybe, some emotional conversation. So this is something you have to be cautious about. Strong focus on home atmosphere is there, clean, organize and create space. And create peace in the house if you're a homemaker especially. And mother's health and emotional state may need attention during this time. Good for planning property, vehicle relocation, comparing paperwork, reviewing and family discussions. Avoid hasty finalization, I would request. Career wise, work may be affected by emotional or family issues on this day, and try not to carry home stress into your professional life. A partner may ask for emotional reassurance, give warmth, not defensiveness. Okay, support your partner. Home-related expenses may arise. Budget carefully. Chest area, heart area, fluids, digestion, sleep, anxiety, etc., or emotional heaviness need care. Okay, and need quiet home environment for focus if you're a student also. The best thing about this is that this is the day when you can balance your emotional intelligence, because we have Buddha Purnima also happening in your 4th house. So in the Swati Nakshatra. So it's a good day for forgiveness, for meditation, home purification and inner peace. And then moon moves into your 5th house in the Scorpio sign on the 3rd of May last. So the themes, and of course it is going to be for another 2 days, so 3rd, 4th, 5th, it is going to be in your 5th house. So moon becomes debilitated here, so heart feels very sensitive, but intuitive also. It is good for creative insight, emotional bonding with children and spiritual depth. If you're doing mantra, astrology, healing and creative work, so this can be very powerful. But if you're not, or if you're in general, there can be some kind of emotional drama in romance, worry about children and overthinking conception related matters. So if you want to conceive, so this is the time you might just be having some complications, or maybe you're overthinking about that. Possessiveness, jealousy, or fear around love, ex relationship just triggers, and mental peace is lost. That kind of a situation can also happen. 1 second. So that's what. And as regards to children, children may need gentle handling, avoid harsh correction. And students, good for research, good for deep study. This is a very beautiful time. The last day of the week, you will definitely feel emotionally stable, and concentration will improve. In romance, there can be strong feelings, but also insecurity. Singles may feel drawn towards someone intense or mysterious. You may propose someone also. In committed relationship, avoid emotional testing. Speak openly. Okay. Don't beat around the bush. And conception wise, emotionally sensitive, avoid fear-based thinking and decision making. Focus on healing and calmness. Investments not ideal for speculation this day, 3rd of May, and it can make you emotional risk taking. It can create that kind of a situation. As regards to your health, this is the time when you should be taking care of your reproductive health, hormones, digestion, emotional stress. And pets may be sensitive to your emotional state, so don't pass on that stress to them. See, Mercury is going to be in the Aries sign in your 10th house, and is combust also. So this is where career communication must be handled really very carefully. But it is definitely good for new ideas at work, maybe leadership presentations, writing, planning, and business decisions and public communication. It's good, but it is also giving you that impulsive speech with bosses. So that is something you have to be cautious about. Quick decisions without full facts and office miscommunication and ego-driven professional conversations can happen. It's a good time for good visibility, but be diplomatic. Okay, don't argue to prove intelligence, and good for applications and interviews, but check details. Good for strategy, branding, and outreach. You may feel pressure to organize home duties like project, avoiding irritability. Sun and Ketu will be also at exact trine on the 28th of April. So this is going to give you career clarity, detachment from family pressure, and the courage to define your own professional identity. But at the same time, it can give ego clashes at work or family members not understanding your priorities. So this is like a pressure kind of a phase for you. So this can show a karmic shift in how you balance career status and family values. Okay, and excuse me, as regards to Rahu and Jupiter influence, because it is also in the 8th house and 12th house, which is activating. So you can energize hidden thoughts, expenditures, family matters, and spiritual growth. Also foreign connectivity and behind the scenes planning are also getting active. Okay, so some kind of unusual foreign opportunities, but also confusion around expenditures, sleep, and long term direction. Okay, and there is this Rahu Ketu Navmansha that I've done a video also of Capricorn Cancer. This is the flavor that you will be experiencing of Rahu Ketu changing and signs. So that's a bigger picture, and now this is an overview. So this is going to be activating your 7-1 axis. So relationship versus self identity becomes very important for you. Okay, so this is what the week is like. So for you guys, this week asks you to manage speech, emotions, home, children, and career carefully. And full moon is very powerful for emotional healing and home matters, and career clarity, emotional understanding, family healing, stronger intuition, better planning. All these are getting triggered up. But mood swings, sensitive speech, home stress, worry about children, impulsive work communication is also happening simultaneously, either or for you guys. So do speak gently and do take care of your home energy. Budh Punyama for emotional healing, use it well. Avoid emotional spending and support children patiently. Do handle career conversations with diplomacy. Don't react sharply with family, and don't speculate emotionally this week. Don't make property decisions in mood swing, and don't overthink romance or children. Don't argue with bosses impulsively also. So the best remedy is Om Chandraya Namaha for 11 to 21 times. Offer milk and rice to the needy. On the Buddha Purnima, light a diya at home and pray for peace in the northeast direction of your house. Okay, or the west direction will also be good. And also, if you can worship Devi or Shiv for emotional balance. And if you can't perform these remedies, clean your home altar or peaceful corner. Drink enough water right before speaking in any kind of emotional matters. If you are speaking in emotions, be careful. And sleep early during the Scorpio moon, especially that is on the 3rd of May onwards. Practice 10 minutes of daily silence. Okay, so this week, your words, your home, children, emotions become the main mirrors. Handle them gently. And same week that feels sensitive can become deeply healing for you guys. Okay, all the best. Coming to the next one, Leo. I don't know why I make such long videos. Sorry about this. I want to give all the information. I don't know why I'm like that. But I hope you all make the best use of these, insights that I give and the predictions and the forecast. So 27th April to 3rd of May, how this week is for Leo, Ascendant, Moon, and the Dasha sign wise. So for you guys, highly personal, because Moon is going to be with Ketu in the first house to start with, and we do have Ketu and Sun at the exact degrees, and we do have Mercury changing signs, and we have full moon in Swati Nakshatra in your third house also. So moon moves to your first, second, third and fourth houses, self and identity, money and speech, communication and courage, and lastly home and emotional depth is the key theme of this week. So first house, the new cycle begins. But there is this Ketu energy also in your first house, in your Lagna, body, mind, self, identity. Now you may feel detached, introspective, quiet, or emotionally unusual during this time because Sun is exalted and is trining this zone. Your soul wants power, but your mind may want withdrawal. There's a tug of war going on any which ways for you guys now. Now, there is self-awareness which is getting activated. You may understand what image, identity, or ego pattern no longer suits you. But the challenging side is that you may feel a little low on mood, emotional distance, feeling misunderstood, or not wanting to engage with people. This is the time when you can have energy fluctuations, on the 27th especially, and headaches and heart area or sleep or emotional disconnection. These all need care. You may feel less interested in proving yourself on the 27th, but this is not weakness. It is inner recalibration which is going on. Others may feel you are distant. So explain calmly in your relationship, any kind of relationship, romance, love, marriage, committed. So explain really calmly on the 27th. Not a major money phase. Avoid ego purchases also. Concentration may fluctuate for the students. Better for reflection than performance. Powerful for ego release and meditation, the 27th of April. Then moon moves into the Virgo sign from the 28th to the 30th or afternoon. Now this is activating your second house. Money, family, speech, food. So this makes these areas very sensitive. So good side is that you'll be practically budgeting everything, reviewing savings, organizing accounts and fixing food habits. But it is also giving you the harshness in speech, family tension, because Saturn and Mars are right opposite here also. So financial pressure is there, anxiety around income is there. But this is good for budgeting, not risky investments this particular day, 28th to the 30th afternoon especially. So there can be some serious conversations between you and your family members, and avoid criticism, speak less if irritated, and take care of your throat, digestion, acidity, teeth, mouth, food habits. And career wise, there can be some salary payments, invoices, or financial discussions. They may come up this week, and words can become a trigger. So be gentle in your relationship. Then moon moves into the Libra sign on the 30th April afternoon to the 2nd of May, and we have Buddha Purnima also here. So I'll be explaining all that. And this activates your third house, by the way. So this is excellent for communication, media, writing, marketing, teaching, travel, interviews, and public expression. And you may speak something very important and create content and reconnect with your siblings and make a bold decisions on this a decision on this day, which is really long pending. Or maybe you'll propose someone. But there can be scattered thought process also. Over talking can create confusion. Arguments can happen. Social media controversy can happen. So that you have to be taking care of also. Good for presentations, writing, sales, media, online work. Gains through effort and communication possible. And but yes, avoid ego in relationship with your siblings, etc. If you're talking to them, if you're communicating with them, keep your ego aside. Okay, some important conversations may happen on this day. And also short travels possible also. And good for revision, language, communication, practical learning, if you are a student native. And communication can improve if ego is controlled in relationship. Rahu is there in trine, and Jupiter is there, and Sun and Mercury is right opposite. Buddha Purnima helps you express wisdom with humility. That's on the 1st of May. Then lastly, moon transits your 4th house on the 3rd of May in Scorpio sign. So here moon is debilitated also. So you may have some kind of family tension, mood swings, mother related concern, or home stress, or property anxiety maybe, but definitely the good side is that it gives you deep emotional awareness. You can understand what is disturbing your peace. So that is more than enough. Avoid emotional arguments on these days, and also take care of your own health also. Maybe mental, emotional state may need care. In case you are thinking of property renovation, relocation, so good for emotional clarity, not rash decisions. And home stress can affect your work. So make sure that you are not taking your home stress home and home stress to the office. Okay. And chest, heart digestion and emotional heaviness, these need attention. Partner may need reassurance. And keep your home environment calm, because children and pets, they get impacted and affected also. Okay. Also, Mercury is going to be in your coming out of your 8th house to the 9th. And 9th house is the house of dharma, teachers, travels, higher learning. So Mercury in the 9th house definitely is very positive for you guys. But at the same time, it is compass, so beliefs and opinions may become sharp. Good for learning, publishing, traveling, travel planning, rather, I would not say travel, but yes, teaching, guidance, spiritual study. Challenging side is arguments with father, guru, teacher, or ideological differences. Sun and Ketu will be in trine for Leo, so that is happening on the 28th of April. So spiritual awakening, dharma clarity, blessings from guru, courage to follow higher truth. And this can bring about detachment from old identity. Father or guru clashes can happen, or some issues to them, or with them, or because of them, or to them. Ego purification happens. This is a major spiritual signature for Leo native especially. And for Leo, this is definitely going to be activating your 10th house also. Saturn is looking at the 10th house, Venus. So this is like career status, public recognition is also quite likely. And home, mother, property, and emotional burden can be also experienced this week. And some kind of Rahu Ketu are also transiting through the Navmansha of 12th and the 6th and the 12th. So this is activating the health, debts, sleep, hidden enemies, and foreign matters also. Okay. And overall, I would say that this week can bring self-awareness, communication power, and spiritual growth also. But home, family, and emotional peace need care. Identity reset, dharma clarity, communication strength, career insight, these are the good things that are going to happen. But emotional detachment, family tension, and harsh speech, mental restlessness can also give you some trouble. So be careful about that. And you can, recite Om Suryaya Namaha or Om Ghrani Suryaya Namaha in the morning and do the Arghya, water the sun god. And on the Buddha Purnima day, on the 1st, donate foods or food articles or books. Pray Hanuman for humility and strength, and avoid ego reactions. Spend time in the morning sunlight right before you speak, and don't make home decisions during emotional lows. So this week purifies your identity and asks you to lead with humility. When ego softens, your real strength returns. So yeah, so for Virgo, Moon is going to be transiting your 12th, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd houses this week. So this week is about release, rest, self-focus, money and speech, and communication and courage. This is from the 27th April till the 3rd of May. Now, Moon is going to be in Leo for you guys. That is on the 27th. Okay, to start with 27th of April. So, Moon is going to be conjunct Ketu also. So, this can create an emotional withdrawal. Any which way is the end of the cycle, and whenever Moon is transiting and entering this zone, you do feel that there is some kind of disturbed sleep or strange dreams, when about the ancestors. You see somebody, the departed souls also. Spiritual sensitivity or hidden anxiety that you go through. It is an excellent time for meditation, retreat, and closure and letting go. Okay. Anything. Or maybe you're busy working long hours, and you should avoid overthinking and loneliness. You should journal, basically, and any kind of expenditure can happen, or emotional fatigue that you can feel. So take care of your sleep, eyes, health, fatigue, nervous energy on the 27th. Some hidden expenditures can happen financially. Avoid emotional spending. And in relationship, you want space, because you want that isolation and that loneliness, and in that zone you want to be, the me time. Avoid emotional spending also. But yeah, you really want that So explain gently. That's what I can say in relationship. Sometimes you're in that isolated mode. You want to be with yourself. So explain, because you don't want that chatter around you. Okay, that noise. And better for behind the scene work and maybe preparing for the bigger day. And thoughts or planning may arise for travels also. Very strong for moksha practices. Okay, for for doing things which give you peace basically. And then moon is in your Virgo sign, in your first house, which is self identity and health. Very positive time. And this is like giving you that kind of self awareness. Now the cycle is starting when moon is in the first house. So productivity, discipline, and desire to fix yourself. Maybe you want to go for a hairdo or something. Okay, but it can bring about self criticism also, because it's Virgo sign. Health sensitivity, emotional reactivity, or anxiety. So digestion, nerves, skin, anxiety, inflammation, fatigue, they need care. You may feel visible but pressured on the career front also. Avoid over analyzing your partner's words in relationships. Okay, practical thinking improves, but don't panic in finances. Good for disciplined study. For student natives, avoid perfectionism. Keep routines steady. And then moon is going to be in your second house, and we have Buddha Purnima and full moon in Swati Nakshatra. And this is the time when you will be really financially aware, clarity in family matters, and better understanding for your of your values. The problem is that you can be very emotional, and you may just spend emotionally. The harshness in speech or family tension and anxiety over income can happen as well. Good for savings. Review everything, budgeting, income strategy. Avoid speculation. Some important conversations with your family members are also likely. Words have impact. Speak consciously. When moon is in the Libra sign, we have full moon also, and there is a lot of energy here because Jupiter, Rahu are in trine, and Mercury and Sun are looking here, and Mercury is combust also, not to forget. So important conversations are possible, but speak consciously. And food, throat, digestion, sugar, mouth, these things also need attention. Salary payments, business pricing up may come up, because it is the second house energy which is carrying the flavor of the 10th house and the 6th house also. And Buddha Purnima helps you purify your speech and thoughts. Then lastly, moon is going to be in the Scorpio sign in your third house on the 3rd of May. Now moon is debilitated here, so this can bring in some intense communication also. Courage, research, writing ability, to handle difficult conversations, all these are getting triggered up. But suspicion, sharp messages, and sibling tensions and restless travel can also happen. Either or, depends. Good for deep work, strategy, communication. Avoid hidden resentment with your siblings, especially friends, teachers, anyone in your circle, close circle. And short travels possible, so stay alert. Don't text from emotional intensity in relationship, not a good idea. And as regards to students, very good time for concentrated study. And take care of your shoulders. Maybe some pain is there on this day, shoulders, arms, nerves, or there can be some anxiety. Mercury, your Lagnesh, is also going to be transiting into the Aries sign in your 8th house. Transformation, hidden matters, joint finances, taxes. So good for research, astrology, psychology, taxes, insurance, hidden knowledge. But it can also bring in anxiety, suspicion, hidden fears, sharp communication around intimacy or money. Because Mercury is combust also, don't rush financial or joint decisions. Sun and Ketu will be in exact trine to each other from the 8th house and the 12th house. So this is a deep spiritual release on the 28th of April. This is happening. Research insight or release of old fear, as it says, because they are in the Navmansha of Capricorn, Cancer. I've done a separate video of the same. Please do watch it. So this is like children, romance, gain, friends. These are getting activated also. Okay, so overall this week begins with emotional release, brings self-pressure, then financial clarity, then intense communication. Your Lagna Lord Mercury is entering the 8th house, so research, deep caution deep and caution is required. Financial clarity, self-awareness, spiritual insight, research power, all these are definitely going to be positive aspects. But at the same time, you have to be careful about over-analysis and harshness in speech. Chant Om Buddhaya Namaha, donate green moong, lentils or stationery items, pray to Lord Vishnu, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Meditate on pure speech because Buddha Purnima is in your second house. And sleep early, avoid overchecking messages, keep financial decisions documented, don't assume hidden motives. So this week asks you to stop overcorrecting yourself and start understanding yourself. Clarity comes when anxiety is reduced. All right. Coming to the next one, that is Libra. Now, if I say my dear Libra, then you will say only Libra is dear to you. No, all are dear to me. Libra a little extra. Okay, so from the 27th April to the 3rd of May, what's happening this week when we talk about the Libra ascendant, moon or the Dasha sign? Suppose you're in the Dasha of a planet which is in the Libra sign, so you have to rotate the chart that way. So moon is going to be in your 11th, 12th, 1st and 2nd houses. On the 27th is going to be activating your gains, friends, hopes, networks. Then 28th to the 30th afternoon in Virgo sign, it is activating your sleep, expenses, isolation and release. It is actually the cycle coming to an end. In the first house, self, mind, body, relationship, full moon clarity. In the Scorpio sign on the 3rd of May, this is in the second house, money, speech, family, speech, values, these are getting activated. So desires and networks to emotional withdrawal, to personal clarity, to financial and family sensitivity is the key theme. So when moon is in the Leo sign on the 27th, there is conjunct Ketu also. So this can bring in strange feeling around friendships and networks. You may be surrounded by people and yet you feel detached from them. You may also realize that some associations are no longer aligned with your growth. Okay, so this will help you identify true supporters, isn't it? So you may detach from the shallow social validation and become more selective and about who gets access to your time and your energy. The challenging side is also there. There can be expectation from friends, clients, audience, elder siblings or social circles. They may feel disappointing. Someone may not respond the way you expected, or again maybe delayed, or you feel it is delayed. Okay, so networking matters first of all, but don't depend blindly on people. A contact may help, but some promises may remain vague. So you're well prepared now. Gains are possible but irregular. Don't count money before it is actually received. Okay. Now, friends, a karmic filter is active. Some friends may feel distant. Some may feel reveal their true value. Relationship-wise, social interference in relationship should be avoided. Don't allow outsiders to shape your personal decisions, please. Okay. You're good, actually, you can do it yourself. Children wise, Rahu is there in your 5th house, so less direct focus, but children's future planning or their social environment may come into discussion. As regards to students, this is a very good time to regroup and study and networking, but avoid distraction through social media. Health wise, it is a good time, a good start, but there can be some kind of circulation issue or stress from expectation, need care. Mental restlessness can be there. Otherwise, overall, it's a good week also. Ketu is in the 11th, teaches you detachment from approval. So you don't need everyone to validate your journey, isn't it? Then moon moves into your Virgo sign on the 28th to the 30th afternoon. It's opposite Saturn, Mars and Mercury. So here, this is a sensitive phase, I would say, because the mind can become tired, overworked and internally restless. Now the cycle is coming to an end when moon is here in the 12th house. Remember that. It's the it gives sleep disturbance, also anxiety, hidden fears, unnecessary thinking, and expenditures, or feeling emotionally alone. Mars can create inner irritation also, but Saturn can create heaviness, and Mercury can create mental confusion. But what is the good thing about this transit is that there can be some kind of meditation, prayer, spiritual retreat, journaling, therapy, dream observation, or releasing emotional baggage. If you need to withdraw from noise, this is a good time to do so, I would say. When you are in the isolation zone, sometimes you need that me time. You need to think about certain things. So this is that kind of a phase. Okay. Okay, I will respond to the questions also in a bit. So now what is happening here? There is a career wise, it's good for editing, planning, research strategy, and completing pending tasks quietly when moon is in your 12th house. And spending may happen on health, travels, comforts, or maybe spiritual items, or foreign matters, or hidden obligations also. So avoid dramatic workplace conversations also. And as regards to relationship, you may feel emotionally withdrawn, because moon is in your 12th house, is going to be in the 12th house. A partner may misread your silence, explain that you need peace, not distance. Okay. Now, old memories or past relationship or thoughts may resurface because of the if you're single. Don't confuse nostalgia with a signal to return. Take care of your sleep, digestion, nerves, anxiety, feet, hormonal rhythm, and fatigue. These areas need care. Pets may need routine care. Don't neglect small health signs. Travel planning, you can do foreign travels or any kind of travels. There can be a hospital visit also. Maybe somebody is in the hospital, or quiet travel may be possible. Hidden paperwork or expenses may surface litigation wise, so good for reviewing, not confrontation. Very strong for surrender. This is the phase where silence heals more than discussion. So use it well on the 28th till the 30th afternoon, India time. Now, moon is going to be in the Libra sign, your first house, and there's Budh Purnima and Swati full moon also. So if you have any planet in Swati, so this is going to activate your body, health, identity, relationship, emotions also. So this is that kind of part of the week where you everything becomes personal. Your body, your mind, emotions, relationship, appearance, confidence, decisions, and identity, these all come into focus because it is Swati. Swati is ruled by Rahu, so it carries the energy of independence, movement, air, freedom, and self-direction. So this will make you where have I compromised too much? Where do I need space? Where do I need to balance without losing myself? So this is going to give you that emotional clarity. Remember, not all phases are good or very challenging. Remember, so you may understand what you want from relationships, work, health, and life direction. You may feel more visible and may attract attention also. So the challenging side that I was talking about is emotional overload, because moon is also receiving influence from Jupiter, Mars, Rahu. Can you see Sun, Mercury, so many planets, so you may feel, that is why you are feeling uneasy also. You're feeling anxious and depressed also for that reason since last 1 week, because there is so much of energy on your first house. So it is like that you may feel pulled in many directions also, because Jupiter, Rahu, Sun, Mercury, can you see so much of energy on Libra? My dear poor Libra natives, I'm so sorry about you guys. Wherever your Libra sign is, you will feel this, that you're pulled into many directions. So one part of you wants peace, another wants action, another wants answers. So I'll give you the remedy. So this is important that you watch your kidneys, lower back, hormones, sugar balance, skin, sleep, emotional exhaustion. Don't overload yourself physically and mentally. It's a very small, short life. Use it well. Don't waste it on frivolous issues, overthinking. Okay, don't waste it. You may become more visible on the career front. Meetings, decisions, and public interactions may feel they are increasing, but avoid taking criticism personally also. Okay, financially you will get a lot of clarity this week, but don't make impulsive purchases just to feel better. Avoid. Okay, and relationship wise, this is a major relationship mirror week, I would say, because Mercury is also going to be transiting your 7th house. So if committed, important conversations may happen. If in relationship is strong, clarity and bonding can improve. If the relationship is weak, it imbalance becomes visible. Okay, and singles may attract attention but choose wisely. Swati can bring attraction through freedom loving or unconventional people. Ex relationship old patterns may come back mentally. Don't return only because of emotional fullness, please. Marriage wise, this is a full moon energy. This can highlight whether there is equality, respect, and emotional balance in marriage. A very decisive week, I would suggest. Okay. For students, you will get clarity if emotional mind is controlled. Excellent for communication, language, arts, and public representations. Okay, public presentation, sorry. Children and conception wise, emotional sensitivity may arise around children or future family planning. Don't let fear dominate you, please. And homemakers, home and self-care both need balance. Don't carry everyone's burden silently. So Buddha Purnima is about wisdom, compassion, awakening, and it teaches that real balance is not pleasing everyone. Real balance is inner alignment. Lastly, moon will be in the Scorpio sign, your 2nd house, on the 3rd of May. Okay. Now, when moon enters Scorpio, it becomes debilitated and activates your 2nd house. This can make finances, family, and speech very sensitive. So, good side is that you can see the deeper truth about money, family values, and emotional security. You may understand where you need financial discipline. But the problem is that you can be having harsh speech. There can be some family tension, emotional eating, financial fear or insecurity or possessiveness around resources. So you plan everything well, budget planning is also quite likely. And avoid sudden investments or emotional purchases. Good for reviewing savings and tax and debt and family obligations. Family-wise, sensitive discussions may happen. Avoid bringing old wounds into present conversations. Be careful with your speech, and Scorpio moon can make speech very intense or cutting also. And relationship wise, money or family may become a point of discussion. Don't use silence or sharp words as a weapon. Okay, throat, mouth, food habits, digestion, reproductive hormones, and anxiety need care. Maybe payment, salary, dues, pricing, or business value may come up on the career front. So decide. Focus may improve for student natives for deep study, but emotional disturbance can also be distractive. Food and routine should be watched if you have kids or pets. Okay, Mercury is going to be transiting your 7th house, house of business, marriage, partnership, contracts, clients. So this and Mercury is getting combust also on the 27th all the way till the 23rd of May. 27th of this month, April. So it's good for conversation with spouse, partner, clients, business associates, and maybe they can become direct and active. You may discuss agreements, contracts, relationship decisions, or partnership plans, but this can also bring in some kind of impulsive speech, arguments, ego clashes, misunderstanding in contracts, or saying something too quickly. Marriage decisions are very important. Some discussions you're going to be important discussions will be happening, but avoid debating to win. Okay, singles may meet someone through conversation, but don't rush commitment. Good for client communication if you're a business person, but read all terms very carefully. Legal and contracts, avoid signing without reviewing. Career wise, public dealing improves if speech remains diplomatic. Sun and Ketu will also be at the exact trine, and that's happening on the 28th of April, 7 and 11 axis, fire connection. Okay, so clarity about who belongs in your life. You may detach from people who drain energy, and relationship truth can become visible. Okay, you may also become more confident in setting boundaries, but the issue is the ego clashes, in partnership, or maybe detachment from friends, or feeling that some people are not emotionally available. For married natives, this asks, is the relationship balanced or only socially maintained? For singles, this asks, are you choosing someone from real connection or social validation? Also, Saturn is aspecting, by the way, your Lagnesh Venus in the 8th house. So this makes a serious relationships as a relationship and self-worth period. So love becomes mature, long-term commitments are strengthened, money can be handled more responsibly, self-discipline improves, beauty, comfort and lifestyle becomes more refined. But emotional heaviness is also there because Saturn is looking at Venus in the 8th house. Delays in relationship happiness, feeling less appreciated, pressure in love, financial caution. So this does not deny love, it tests whether love is stable enough to last. And also Mars is going to be aspecting Jupiter, it is aspecting, so it is going to be at the same degrees also. On the 5th, I think it is going to be though. So this is activating your fortune, travel, father, guru, higher learning, dharma, and travel, learning, teaching, bold belief based decisions. So this is good for courage to expand. And there can be some ideological arguments though, impatience in travels or overconfidence in decisions also. Rahu and Jupiter are forming a connectivity on your Lagna also, so it expands higher learning, foreign talks, technology, teaching, writing and unconventional wisdom. But verify everything before trusting. And also I'm giving you few dates like till the 2nd of May. This is important for you, it activates your 8th house themes of depth, trust, transformation. And then from the 3rd to the 5th of May, it is going to be activating your maybe travels, wisdom, some higher perspective. So love and self-worth move from emotional depth to broader understanding. This is the key theme. So overall, this week is deeply personal for you guys. It starts with social realizations, moves into private emotional release, peaks with full moon in your own sign, and ends with financial family sensitivity. So emotional clarity, relationship awareness, personal visibility, financial maturity, spiritual awakening, stronger boundaries, very good. But emotional overload, sleep disturbance, relationship imbalance, harsh speech, overthinking, family money sensitivity. So don't take care, family money sensitivity is possible. So review your expenditures well, use Buddha Purnima for meditation and self-reflection, communicate calmly in relationships, okay? And set healthy boundaries also. And when it is the full moon in Swati, so it is like fresh air, you need that space, that kind of a time. Don't react emotionally in marriage and partnership, I would suggest. Don't overspend for comfort, and don't depend on social approval. And take care of your sleep also, and hormonal health as well. Don't speak harshly with your family members. Recite Om Shukraya Nama any which ways every day, 11 times or to 21 times. On Friday, offer white flowers, rice, sweets on the altar or to the priest. On Buddha Purnima, meditate under moonlight if possible, and pray for balance and wisdom. And because Saturn is looking at your Lagnesh Venus in the 8th house, because Venus has transited through your 8th house, you must be feeling depressed for that reason also. Venus transited through from 19th April to 13th May, it is going to be in the Taurus sign. So this might be the reason that you're feeling low in the 8th house of yours, and Saturn is also looking here. So this can bring about some kind of on the Buddha Purnima, if you can do this ritual and maybe serve the elderly people and donate black sesame or simple food on Saturday. This will definitely help you. That is why I said I'll give you the remedies also. And or maybe you can take a slow walk in the open air and write down your relationship expectations instead of arguing. Avoid sugar or emotional eating. Sleep before making a major decision. Keep one day light and quiet around full moon. Okay, eat light. So Libra, this week brings a powerful full moon in your own sign. It will show you where you are balanced and where you are over compromising. So choose clarity, maturity and self-respect over emotional reaction. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. I hope you are satisfied with the reading. Leo, okay, 1 second, there is a Leo moon Atmakarka. Okay, members, when they're sending, I have to I'm obligated to respond to them, of course. Libra ascendant in Revati, Rahu, Ketu, Antardasha just went through surgery, recurrent illnesses, getting detached from my survival instincts altogether. See, you must understand, for Libra ascendant natives, what is happening? Your Lagnesh has just transited your 8th house. Saturn is in your 6th house. And your well-being, emotional well-being, there's a lot of chatter because from the 4th house, it is this third house where Saturn is transiting. So there's a lot of chatter going on in your head, and health issues. Definitely the health issues are because Saturn and Mars are also together, and there is a Ketu energy also you mentioned. So this is definitely because of the surgery that you went through is because of the Dasha of Rahu Ketu also. Rahu Ketu Dasha gives surgical processes in case, or Mars Ketu or Ketu Mars also does so, in case it is promised in the chart, of course. And recurrent, if you are getting into recurrent health issues, no, you should worship Lord Hanuman for giving you that cure. If you can't, then just walk, as I said, do the remedies I just mentioned, walk in the open air, at least, if you can't, if you're not on the bed right now, of course. And also, avoid stress eating, and keep on the full moon, something, maybe some affirmations on your altar, and it will happen. Okay, getting detached from my survival instincts. No, don't worry, everything will be fine. It's just a phase. And as it is, Venus, as I said, is in your 8th house since the 19th of April. So it is not going to be there permanently, no. So once it's out, you'll feel better. For Scorpio natives, this week moon is going to be from the 23rd April to 3rd of May. Moon is transiting your 10th, 11th and 12th houses. And first also, sorry. Okay. So career and public image, to gains and support, to isolation and inner clearing, to self, body and emotional intensity. So when moon is going to be in the Leo sign of yours on the 27th, it's going to be conjunct Ketu, and it's going to be in trine to Sun also. So this can make your professional life feel very karmic. You may feel visible, but also slightly detached from recognition you're receiving. That's what is karmic. So it is definitely going to be giving you that clarity about what kind of work no longer satisfies your soul. You may detach from ego-based ambition and begin thinking more deeply about meaningful work. But this can give you sudden dissatisfaction with your job also, authority clashes, lack of appreciation, or feeling that efforts are no longer being acknowledged. So that is something you have to be cautious about. And of course, you get good career visibility, leadership, public work and responsibility on the 27th, but avoid emotional decisions like quitting suddenly and confronting seniors. Avoid. Bosses, keep communication respectful. Authority figures may seem distant or demanding. So that is something you have to make peace with in your mind. No arguments, please. Career linked income may come into focus, but results may feel delayed or uncertain. Relationship wise, there can be some work stress, which may, you're not emotionally available for the partner. So this can create that kind of an issue also. Some karmic issue around respect, guidance or approval may surface as regards to the authority figures or father life figures also. Take care of your stress, blood pressure, heart, or spine or fatigue or emotional burnout. These all need care. As regards to homemakers, responsibilities at home may feel like a career role. Too much duty, less appreciation. Okay, so that happens sometimes. And this transit asks, am I working only for status or for purpose? Okay. And then moon moves into the Virgo sign, that is your 11th house, and 28th April to the 30th of April afternoon time. It's opposite Saturn, Mercury and Mars also. So 11th house is about gains, friends, network, siblings, desires. So moon in Virgo activates your 11th house. But, it is, so gains from friendships are active, but not completely easy because of this combination right opposite also. But this can bring networking, support from professional circles, income planning, and also social visibility and clarity about long-term goals as well. But the challenging side is there is a pressure from expectations. You may feel that gains are coming, but slowly. Friends are may become very critical, or co-workers may become demanding, and social obligations may feel tiring for you guys. Good for professional networking, audience building, group work, clients and collaborations. Gains are possible, but they may come with effort or delay. Avoid trusting verbal promises blindly. You may realize who is practical support in your friends and who is only social noise. Elder siblings can be coming for discussions for property matters, maybe, or distance or responsibility may arise. And also for students, group study is good, mentorship program or planning future goals. This is good time for doing so. You may think about children's future education or long-term planning during this transit, during this week in fact, and take care of your nervous stress, digestion, fatigue, or over socializing. Okay, investments, you can maybe do not speculative chasing, I would say, and litigation and loans, etc. If you're thinking of taking a loan or something, so I would suggest that if you can avoid, all the more better, but you will definitely get some support from through contacts also. Okay, then there is this moon in the Libra sign, which is your 12th house, and we have Buddha Purnima and full moon in Swati Nakshatra. So this is like deeply spiritual and inward full moon also. It can bring inner clarity, dream messages, release from old emotional baggage, or spiritual awakening, or foreign connections, or emotional connectivity behind the scenes planning, and all that can happen. But it can give you sleep disturbance, anxiety, hidden emotions, or hidden expectations, or expenditures, or emotional withdrawal, or loneliness, because the cycle is coming to an end, and you may feel that people are not understanding me well, or you're misunderstood. Swati is connected with movement and independence, no? So in the 12th house, if you see, it can make you want freedom and from emotional burdens and old attachments and toxic work patterns or relationship pressure. You want to be free. Air sign, no? Air sign, air nakshatra also. So better for private planning, research, editing, spiritual work, foreign clients, healing, hospital, retreat, or behind the scenes work. Not ideal for public confrontation. What you did, what you didn't, you're planning and thinking of all that, reviewing everything, rejuvenation, reinvigoration time. Okay, some hidden expenses may arise. Be careful with online purchases, travel expenses, hospital or health expenses, and unnecessary luxury spending also. You want space. If committed, explain that you need quiet time and not separation. Okay, give yourself a relationship some time. Some old memories, if you're single, may come up, or someone from past may come into your mind. Don't mistake loneliness to love. Okay. Then health-wise, sleep, feet, anxiety, immune system, hormonal imbalance, and emotional exhaustion, these need care. Okay, and watch pets carefully. They may need rest or routine support. Some kind of foreign travel, spiritual retreat, hospital visit, or secluded travel may be possible. Okay, good for behind the scenes legal preparation, not for open conflict. Not a good time. And also Buddha Purnima is definitely in your 12th house, so it is about releasing mental noise. It is beautiful time for meditation, forgiveness, and charity also, for charity and letting go. Then lastly, moon is for a day in your first house, and then of course henceforth also for 2 days. It is 2 quarter days moon stays, 54 hours moon stays in a particular zone. So this is about the new cycle is going to start again on the 3rd of May. So moon enters your debilitation sign, in fact. So this makes you emotionally powerful, but more sensitive also. Deep self-awareness, you can understand what truly feels, and your intuition becomes very strong. You may sense hidden truths quickly, but there can be some mood swings, emotional intensity, suspicion, anger, vulnerability, or feeling overwhelmed. So this is a sensitive health window also. So watch reproductive health and hormones and inflammation, acidity, sleep, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion on this day. You may want to control the situation at the home front and in the career front also. So avoid reacting to the workplace politics emotionally. Avoid emotional spending or fear-based decisions also. Relationship wise, you may become intense, possessive, or silent. Speak clearly instead of testing people, especially on the 3rd May. And partner may feel you are emotionally unpredictable. Be honest but gentle. Romantically, strong attraction, but also insecurity can come up. Don't create drama to test loyalty. Okay. For student natives, it's a good time for research and depth, but not for relaxed focus. And children may sense your emotional intensity, so be calm around children and pets also. Conception time, emotional stress should be reduced. This is not the time to panic or obsess. Excellent time for shadow work, tantra, mantra, meditation, healing, and releasing old patterns. Mercury is going to be changing signs, is going to be in your 6th house. Very good placement. It is going to be giving you that health routines and workplace communication and problem solving. You can handle tasks, documents, disputes, any kind of health plans if you want to, debts, legal details more actively now. Okay, but the challenging side is because it is combust, so it can give arguments with co-workers, nervous stress, or maybe impulsive replies, wrong paperwork, or overthinking, disease, or debt. Don't dwell on the negatives, please, especially during this Mercury combustion time. And also, see, Mercury combust is not bad, but it is in the 6th house also. No? It is very powerful in the 6th house. But Mercury, 8th Lord in the 6th, is also positive for you guys, for problem solving ability, and also fixing systems and completing pending tasks and handling difficult work. Be careful with the co-workers. Small issues may become arguments. Keep written records and avoid defensive speech with your bosses, and take care of your health, digestion, nerves, inflammation, skin related trouble, or blood pressure, or stress related issues. So good for repayment and planning, documentation, etc. If you have taken any loans, etc. Good for strategy, drafting, filing after review, in litigation, but not for emotional aggression. Okay. Take care of your pets and check their food and health routine. Sun and Ketu will be in trine to each other on the 28th of April. Sun is exalted in the 6th house. Ketu is in your 10th house. So this is like, bringing about victory over obstacles, courage at work, and ability to defeat competition and detachment from ego-based career pressure. But there is a challenging side also. Conflict with authority happens, workplace ego clashes, health stress due to overwork, or sudden dissatisfaction with career direction. So this is a strong combination for people in service, legal matters, administration, healing, medicine, consulting, competition, or problem solving roles. And Saturn is aspecting, by the way, your Venus also in the 7th house. So this is good for commitment, maturity, serious relationship decisions, stable partnership, and practical love. But it can give you emotional coldness, detachment in relationship, or delay, distance, pressure on marriage or business relationships also, because Saturn is looking at this Venus from the 5th house. And Mars is aspecting Jupiter in the 8th house, your Lagnesh. So this activates hidden finances, taxes, inheritance, joint assets, research, surgery, insurance, and emotional transformation. The good side is that courage is there to face hidden matters. But there can be sudden financial stress, overreaction in joint money, or digging too aggressively into sensitive issues. Rahu and Jupiter are also in trine, by the way. So this increases intensity around shared resources, secrets, psychological healing, and financial strategy also. Verify facts before trusting and advice. Okay. So, till the 2nd of May, this is a good time if you want to make any decisions regards to your communication effort. Maybe you're planning to travel, connecting with your siblings, or maybe some kind of documentation, etc., PR, visa, etc. So till 2nd of May, very good. On the 3rd, this is the time when this is some home renovation, or maybe property related matters, or maybe you're going to be acting on wanting emotional grounding also. Okay, so this is what is the key theme. So the there is career clarity, networking benefits, emotional and relationship maturity, and spiritual release, ability to solve problems, legal depth strategy, deeper self-awareness, but avoid work pressure, too much of workplace pressure, emotional withdrawal, hidden expenses, and they can be health sensitivity also. What I suggest is stay calm at the workplace, review contracts, debts, taxes, and shared finances carefully. Budh Purnima meditation for emotional release is a must for you, and watch the health of your children, pets, and communicate honestly in marriage and partnerships. Take care of your sleep and digestion. Use your intuition, but verify facts. Okay, don't resign or confront seniors impulsively, please, and don't test your partner emotionally. Don't make joint financial decisions in anger, and don't isolate yourself too much on the full moon time on the first, and don't ignore hidden health symptoms also. Okay, and also don't speculate in investments based on fear and excitement, and don't speak harshly with your co-workers also. If at all you're having any kind of issue at the workplace, please recite Om Mangalaya Namaha or Hanuman Chalisa for Mars balance. And also you can water the Shivlingam for emotional purification. Sit quietly and chant Om Namah Shivaya to meditate for release on the Buddha Purnima day on the 1st. And do remember Saturn is looking at Venus, so offer service to elderly people, donate simple food on Saturday. And if you can't follow all these, so avoid late night emotional conversations, keep all financial and legal documents organized, take a grounding walk daily, do breath work before responding to conflict, reduce stimulants, spicy foods, and sleep disruption. Keep a calm routine for pets. And somebody is asking a question about Scorpio. My current job is oh my goodness, where did it go? 1 second, I lost the question. Yeah, my current job is shaky and I'm in discussion for a new job. Is that going to work positively? And see, this week moon is going to be in your 10th 11th, so till the time it is till the 30th afternoon, definitely it's a positive time. And if the decision comes before that, and definitely you should take it up. Whatever comes your way, you should take it up. Don't wait for another opportunity. I have seen people regretting later. So this week gives you career visibility, relationship seriousness, and deep emotional release. But your real victory will come from controlling reactions, protecting health, and using intensity for transformation. Okay, so coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this week moon is going to be in your 9th, 10th, and 11th and 12th houses. So dharma and guidance, career and responsibility, gains and networks, and lastly rest, expenses, and spiritual release. 9th house transit happens on the 27th, when moon is going to be in your 9th house, Leo. So here it is going to be giving you very spiritual and karmic transit. This one is, so since moon is in trine to sun also, so this is like, they are going to be activating the fire energy. So this is good for spiritual insight. It is good that you feel that there is some kind of, you feel guided to reconnect with scriptures. Maybe you will read scriptures, you will connect with your teachers, gurus, mentors, pilgrimage, higher learning. Maybe you will learn astrology, philosophy, or deeper belief systems. Some Sagittarius natives may receive guidance from father-like figure, mentors, gurus, senior people. But there is a challenge also here, because the challenging situation is because Ketu is also in trine. So this can create detachment from old beliefs, and you may question a teacher, tradition, religious idea, legal matter, or long distance plan. There can be ego clashes around ideology also. Career wise, good for teaching, consulting, advising, publishing, coaching, law, responsibility, where you have to take responsibility, spirituality, higher education, knowledge based work. Not a direct money transit, I would say, this one, because it's the Leo which is getting active also here, and Ketu is there. So, but good for long-term financial vision and ethical decisions. Important theme for connecting with father and guru, also guidance may come, but also some emotional distance or karmic realization as well. It is good for long distance or spiritual travel planning, or but check the documents really carefully. In relationship, there can be difference in belief or values. Avoid preaching. Very good for higher studies, philosophy, scriptures, law, research, and meaningful learning. Take care of your hips, thighs, liver, digestion, and heat related issues. And excellent time for mantra, prayer, temple visit, or any religious place you want to visit, pilgrimage, or planning or reading sacred text. This moon actually says your luck opens when your ego softens and your dharma becomes clear. Now, moon is going to be in your Virgo sign in the 10th house of yours on the 28th to the 30th of afternoon. So this is definitely a positive time period for productivity, visibility, practical planning at work. There will be back-to-back meetings. Maybe you will be able to organize better, and a serious career correction also happens. So you may be asked to take responsibility to fix something important and at work, maybe some past project which did not go well, so you have to review it or you have to redo it. Okay, so there can be some work pressure or maybe boss related stress also, or miscommunication or deadlines or criticism or feeling that efforts are being tested. Mercury is combust. Okay, Mercury is combust and is involved in the pressure, so official communication must be handled very carefully. If you are a career-oriented native, so this is a major work phase, and presentations, accountability, deadlines, interviews, job role discussions, or authority-related matters may come up. And if you are jobless, so this may just be a good time period for applying the job, sending resume, or contacting seniors, or preparing for interviews. Don't rush documents, please. As regards to homemakers, definitely domestic responsibilities may feel like work pressure. You may also have to manage family, home, repairs, schedules, or health routines with discipline. As regards to your co-workers or bosses, avoid defensive replies, I would suggest. Speak factually. And Mars can make you, because Mars is in the 4th house, can make others impatient. Saturn can make them rigid. So, and Mercury combustion can create misunderstanding, all happening all together. So these areas one must be very careful. Career link financial planning becomes very important. Avoid impulsive professional investments between the 28th to the 30th afternoon. Health-wise, digestion, nerves, skin, anxiety, fatigue, inflammation, and stress must be watched. As regards to student natives, good for serious studies and career planning, but not for emotional overpressure. Litigation, loans, debts, disease, good for structured professional paperwork, but not for angry escalation. Take care of your stress levels, also anger issues also. If work stress is high, don't neglect pets, food, and care routine. Your karma wants discipline, not drama. Okay, then moon is going to be in your Libra sign in your 11th house, and there is a Buddha Purnima and full moon in Swati also in the 11th house of gains, networks, friends, audience, elder siblings, fulfillment of desire. So this gives beautiful opportunity from gains, support, networks, etc. also, and long-term aspirations. So it will help you, maybe some people will come into your life, a friend, a mentor, client, audience, elder sibling, social group or network. You will get that support. Okay, your ideas may reach more people. If you are teaching, consulting, doing astrology, content creation, business, sales, public speaking, or community work, this is a strong activation. But the challenging side is Swati is Rahu's nakshatra. Okay, and moon also has a Mars influence. Remember, Mars is looking here in the Libra sign. Not even Mars, but Rahu, Jupiter, they all are, and Sun and Mercury as well. So you may expect too much from your friends, and followers or clients or networks. There can be social overthinking also. Emotional reactions can happen, or confusion in group dynamics. These things you should be careful about. It's a good time for audience growth, client calls, networking, collaborations, online performances, and social visibility and professional groups and long-term planning or career planning. So this is that way a good transit. Financially, gains are possible. Income opportunities may increase through networks, referrals, clients, teaching, communication, but avoid speculative greed. Investment wise, better for long term strategy than short term excitement, since Mercury is combust and Mars Saturn are pressurizing your 10th house also. Don't make impulsive trades. And as regards to your support from others, maybe your elder siblings, etc., so keep expectations realistic. A relationship may be influenced by social circles. Maybe if you're single, a single can meet someone through friends, community, and community, online platform, or learning group. If you are in a committed relationship, shared goals become very important. Talk about future plans, not only emotions. Children's aspirations, education, future goals may come into focus. If you're a student, very good time for study, mentorship, or online learning and planning future education. Over socializing or late nights can bring in some health issues, and also nervous exhaustion, circulation need care. Don't let a busy social schedule disturb your care and their care as well. Okay. If you have already been going through your jobless and you're waiting for the job interviews to trigger, so this is a full moon energy. So just write on a piece of paper that I've got the job. Put it under in your altar, if you worship anyone, just put it on your altar, and just let the cosmos know and light a small diya for some time, and you will see that whatever is your manifestation, whatever is going on in your mind will happen. So read your thoughts at that time when you're putting it up. You're writing and putting it up on the altar. Okay. Budh Purnima is in your 11th house. It teaches your wisdom must serve a larger circle. So this is an excellent prayer for time for prayer, charity, sharing knowledge, mentoring someone, offering guidance, donating educational items, and asking for clarity in long-term goals also. And then moon is going to be in the Scorpio sign in your 12th house, which is the house of sleep, expenses, isolation, foreign lands, hospitals, subconscious self, on the 3rd of May. So spiritual depth and dream messages are very important, and also meditation, foreign planning, because the cycle is coming to an end. So this is a healing time also, emotional release time. You may feel the need to withdraw after a socially active full moon period that you have already gone through. And the challenging side is sleep disturbance, hidden expenses, emotional exhaustion, and loneliness, anxiety. Maybe somebody is having some health concern, or you have to take that person to the hospital. You're overthinking about the past events. That can also be there, right? And either or. And better for background work, research, planning, editing, closing pending matters on the 3rd. You can do all of that. Not ideal for public confrontation, I would suggest. Okay. And financially, there can be some expenditure which can rise, especially on travels, health, comfort, or maybe spiritual items. You are going to be giving some charity, so hidden obligations can be there as well. And you want quiet space in relationship. Partner may feel you are emotionally unavailable, so explain gently. Some past memories may arise if you're single, solo. Don't reconnect only because you feel lonely. There can be some kind of health related to sleep, anxiety, feet, hormones, reproductive health, digestion, immune system. They all need care. And foreign travel, retreat, hospital visit, spiritual travel, or private traveling is also quite likely. Hidden matters need review. Don't act impulsively in litigation or debts, and watch your pets carefully. They may be more sensitive or need quiet care. Okay. And very strong for spiritual release, prayer, meditation, forgiveness, charity. After the noise of gains, your soul needs silence. Mercury is going to be transiting your 5th house in Sagittarius, in your Aries sign, right in trine to your Sagittarius sign. So this is good for challenges that it is going to give you some impulsive romance, arguments with children, speculative mistakes, overthinking conception matters, or making investment decisions too quickly. Good for guiding children, but avoid impatience. Sharp but restless mind for students, good for competitive preparation if disciplined. And romance wise, flirtation, communication, all that can increase. Singles may feel bold, but don't confuse excitement with commitment. Investment wise, be careful, be cautious. 5th house rules speculation and compass. Mercury is in the fiery Aries sign. So, Aries sign. So, this can create impulsive decisions also. Creativity for your good ideas, fresh ideas, short videos, teaching, writing, expressive projects. All this wise is good. Avoid anxiety and over analysis. Keep body and mind calm. Okay, Ketu and Sun will also be in trine, by the way, 5th and the 9th house trine. So spiritual intelligence rises on the 28th April. Mantra Shakti becomes stronger. Plus minus, we do take 2-3 days time. Creativity receives divine as inspiration. Children related clarity comes, and learning, teaching, higher knowledge will improve. Old belief systems can be purified. Just avoid any kind of ego in knowledge or detachment from teachers or old faith, romantic pride, or concern around children or future direction. Okay, now Jupiter is well positioned for you, so this is a very good transit for you. In relationship, you will have discipline, service, routine, health correction, solving problems, dealing with debts, managing competition. So that way it is good. Fix your routine and your fortune will improve. This is the key theme, and ability to solve problems will happen. Health will become better, growth through service, but workload or health negligence will definitely be not good for you, and over giving to others. Okay, and I think that's what, and it is definitely very important to note that Mars is also going to be looking at this Jupiter at the exact degrees. So confidence, action, drive, willingness to work, to decide is there, but at the same time overconfidence can be there, or arguments or rash choices, or pushing too hard physically is also quite likely. And there is a trinal Rahu also to this place. So this can increase relationship, communication, and public interaction themes. You may attract new people, unusual guidance, or unconventional opportunities, but verify before trusting. Okay, and definitely health, debt, all these are going to be taken care of. Work correction will happen, and Rahu Ketu are going to be in the Navmansha of Capricorn, Cancer, your 2nd and 8th house axis. So money, family, speech, savings, joint finances, taxes, inheritance, and emotional security issues may come up, either or. So be careful about all of that. So this week is powerful and mixed. It starts with dharma. I think it is definitely good for higher education, strong learning, gains through networks, support from friends, creative intelligence. Jupiter's wisdom is helping the full moon energy also. Don't take impulsive decisions regards to your investments, and seek guidance from mentors and elders during this week. And I think you should go for some charity on Buddha Purnima Day on the 1st. And communicate gently with children and romantic partners also, and don't preach or argue beliefs. Don't overpromise at work, and don't take risky investments based on excitement. Okay, for investments, Om Guruvai Namaha chants for 11 to 21 times. You can donate books, stationery goods, food items, or help a student. You can adopt online also. Recite Vishnu Sahasranamam or Ram Raksha Stotram or Guru Mantra. Okay, if stress arises, recite, chant Hanuman Chalisa also for Mars imbalance or balance. Okay, so if you are not able to follow these remedies, keep a health routine this week, and walk daily, and avoid overeating also. Write down financial and investment decisions before acting. Spend 10 minutes in silence after social interactions. Reduce late night screen time around moon in the 12th. Wisdom, discipline, and emotional balance. All right. So here we go, moving on to Capricorn. So for Capricorn, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th houses. Sudden changes, hidden matters, health vulnerability, joint finances to dharma, father, guru, travel, higher studies to career, public image, authority, responsibility, gains, friends, networks, fulfillment of desires. So Moon is going to be in the Leo sign in your 8th house on the 27th and is going to be conjunct Ketu in trine to Sun. So this activates your 8th house. This is not a light transit. It can bring hidden fears, sudden thoughts, emotional intensity. Whenever there's Chandrashtama, I do feel that there is some kind of joint money, taxes, insurance, health matters do come up, something or the other, loans or secrets, they get revealed also. Because Moon is conjunct Ketu and trying to exalted Sun, the good side is that something hidden can become clear. Okay, something which was not clear now will get clear. So this is good. You may suddenly understand a pattern that was troubling you for a long time. This is an excellent time for research, astrology, occult study, healing, therapy, psychological insight, and spiritual detachment. The challenging side is emotional instability. You may feel restless without knowing why. This can be, there can be some kind of sudden worries around money, health, partners' finances, or family matters. Be careful of digestion, reproductive health, anxiety, blood pressure, or hidden inflammation or piles or urinary issues or stress-related symptoms on the 27th of April. Avoid finances, investments or joint finances or loans or taxes, insurance. These may need, or inheritance as a matter of fact, these need review. You need to review all these things. And also investments, not good for speculation, better for reviewing past investments and risk exposure. Avoid risky financial decisions also. Trust issues may surface in relationship. Don't interrogate or assume. And spouse may be emotionally distant or under pressure on the 27th. Handle gently. Children wise, it is less direct focus, but your emotional state can affect them. Nothing that negative for the kids, but it is going to be impacting if you are stressed out. Okay. And as regards to your one second, Capricorn. Yeah. So good for deep research, but not good for scattered study if you're a student. Watch hidden symptoms and unusual behavior in pets. And very strong for mantra, silence, ancestor prayers, shadow work, and letting go. Don't fear what is coming up. It is coming up to be healed. Okay. Then Moon is going to be in your Virgo sign in your 9th house from 28th April to the 30th afternoon. So this is where, dharma, belief system, all these will come under pressure. Rather, this is where, you can become more serious about your future direction now. You may want to study something meaningful, seek guidance, plan travel, resolve a legal or ethical matter, or reconnect with spiritual discipline. Mental stress around father, mentor, travel, legal documents, or higher education can happen. Mars can create impatience also, right opposite this Moon. And Saturn can create delay, and Mercury combustion can create confusion in communication. Good for long-term career planning, but not for impulsive decisions. You may rethink your professional direction on the 28th, 29th, and till the 30th afternoon. Good for a competitive exam if you are disciplined and avoid panic or over-analysis. Important conversations may happen. Avoid ego or harshness with your guru, mentor, teacher, or your superiors. Long distance travel is possible, but check tickets, documents, and dates very carefully. Good for financial planning, not risky trading on these dates. Belief differences with partner may arise. Don't lecture. Okay, no philosophical lecture. And take care of your hips region, thighs region, digestion, nerves, and fatigue. These areas need care. Okay. And for homemakers, you may think about religious rituals, family guidance, children's education, or travel planning. Good for legal advice, documentation and strategy, not emotional escalation in the litigation. Your luck opens when your discipline and humility align. Moon is going to be in the Libra sign, and we have Buddha Purnima and full moon in Swati on the 30th April afternoon to 2nd May. Moon is in Libra, and 1st May we have Buddha Purnima. So this is a very powerful professional part of the week. Now, full moon in Swati happens in your 10th house, and this can bring career clarity, professional visibility also, important meetings, recognition, client attention, business movement, or turning point in your public role. Jupiter is aspecting, Jupiter is aspecting your 10th house also. So this gives wisdom, guidance, support. Rahu is in trine, so gives reach, technology, media, networking, and unusual opportunities also. Mars is also aspecting, gives courage and action. Okay, the 8th aspect. So it can also give you pressure, emotional reaction at work, authority clashes over expectations, and talking too much. And because Mercury is combust, so communication with bosses, clients, and also partnerships and public communication becomes very important, but read terms very carefully, in case you are into business. So client visibility is going to, or branding is going to be there, or partnership is going to be there, but you have to read everything very carefully. And as regards to your bosses and seniors, they may notice you on this day, and professionalism is high, and don't react defensively. Income may connect to career decisions, good for planning, salary, fees, and business revenue or clients' payment. Investment wise, avoid speculative excitement. Full moon can make results look bigger than they are. Responsibilities at home for the homemakers, at home they may become very visible. You may feel everyone expects you to manage everything. So delegate where possible. For student natives, good for career-related exams, professional courses, interviews, and public speaking. If connected with career, reputation, or authority, important movement is possible in litigation. Stay factual. Take care of your stress, blood pressure, knees, lower back, skin, kidneys, and emotional fatigue. You have to be cautious. Buddha Purnima is on the 1st of May. Wisdom must become karma. This is a day to pray for a right career direction, ethical work, clarity with authority, and success through humility. Okay. Lastly, moon is going to be in your 11th house in Scorpio sign on the 3rd of May. So this is like very good for becoming very clear about what you want now. A serious financial or network related realization can happen. You may understand which people are truly useful for your future. But the challenge is that there is emotional dependency on results. You may feel disappointed if a friend, a client, or an audience, elder sibling, or network does not respond as expected. Since moon is opposite Venus, Venus is aspected by Saturn, so desires and relationships may feel serious. Gains may come, but slowly or with emotional pressure. Don't depend on uncertain promises, I would request you. Okay. And also useful for career network based gains also. Avoid office politics, and social expectations may affect personal life. In relationship, don't compare your relationship with others, I would request you. Future planning for children may come up. You will decide something important. And students, for you guys, group learning is good for you, but avoid distraction through social media. Hormonal imbalance, stress, circulation, sleep, anxiety, these areas need care. And keep pets routine steady. Don't ignore small signs. Take care of them. And good for long-term review in investments, not emotional speculation. Not every desire deserves energy, please. Mercury is going to be in Aries sign, and that's happening from the 30th April till the 15th of May. Okay, so this is definitely very positive for renovation, relocation, property discussions, education plan, home office setup, vehicle matters, family paperwork, or domestic organization. But this can also bring in arguments at home, impulsive property decisions, miscommunication with mother, family, or too much mental activity around emotional matters. Good for planning home improvements, but avoid arguments. Take care of your mother's health and property matters. If you want to check documents very carefully, don't rush signing, even if it is a vehicle purchase. And work from home stress or office home balance can be highlighted during this Aries Mercury. Students need a calm study space. Homemakers, home workload may increase. Planning helps. Maybe there is a problem with the house help also, the support. Sun Ketu will be in trine in Capricorn, in fiery trine of Aries, and Ketu is in the 8,000 Leo. So this is deep. It connects home, mother, emotional peace, property, hidden fears, inheritance, joint finances, and psychological transformation. 4th house and 8th house energy. So the good side is emotional purification, courage to change home patterns. Maybe you will do a home at home, or maybe you will make a separate place for your puja, or maybe meditation. And clarity around property or family karma, spiritual release of old fear, and also ability to detach from emotional insecurity. Okay. And the challenging side is restlessness at home, and this can also bring about sudden family tensions, property anxiety. Just give me a moment. Just a moment. Okay, so what happens, this can bring about some family tension or property anxiety, So you need to be more emotionally sound. Some hidden fears can surface also. So it is not a domestic transit, it is a karmic root clearing transit for you guys. And Saturn is in the Scorpio Navamsha also, which is your 11th house. So this means that your growth is tied to long-term gains and mature friendship and serious networks and audience and professional circles. So Saturn can slowly stabilize gains, and you may connect with serious people, senior people, or long-term networks also. But don't expect too much from your friends, or there can be some slow recognition because of this. And this is very important because Saturn is your main planet, your Lagnesh. So Saturn in Scorpio Navamsha also shows that gains come after emotional maturity and hidden effort. Okay, and of course we have Venus also aspected by this Shani, and Venus is in Taurus, so this is good this supports your children education, mantra, intelligence, past life merit, and investments with wisdom, and learning, teaching, creative projects receive blessings, and there can be some attachment to results which can worry you, worry about your children and investments. So that is something you have to be careful about. For students, it's definitely very supportive for competitive exams. Rahu Ketu are going to be are already in the Capricorn and Cancer Navamsha. I've already done an elaborate video on the same. Please do watch that. So this is like self versus partner, identity versus relationship, and personal ambition versus emotional building. So this is a little challenging side in relationship. You feel misunderstood, but yes, this is a very good transit. It will redefine yourself. It is like you are going to be changing now. Marriage, committed relationship, and business partnerships need patience. Okay, so this is what is the key theme, and avoid any kind of impatience, making decisions out of rashness, harsh speech, anger affecting health and family. Avoid all of that. Okay, and Overall, this is that week where you will get career visibility, professional clarity, and property home awareness, also discipline, financial thinking. And it can be a stressful week also, related to delays and frustration that you can experience, and relationship imbalance, also health stress from overwork. So handle career matters carefully and professionally. And Budh Purnima, career clarity, also you can use that well. And review your taxes, joint finances, and hidden obligations well. Speak gently. Take care of your knees, digestion, sleep, and stress. And don't suppress health symptoms, please. And don't speak harshly with your family members. And don't let fear control relationship decisions. Om Sham Shanishcharaya Namaha for 11 times or 21 times is definitely going to help you. Donate something in black or oil or simple food to the needy. On Budh Purnima, pray for right karma and career clarity, and offer water to sun for home and emotional strength. Recite Hanuman Chalisa for anger related issues or pressure related issues that you're feeling. If you're non-Hindu, so keep your work calendar organized. Don't answer emotionally charged messages instantly, immediately. Make a written budget. Spend time in sunlight and fresh air. Keep one home corner clean and peaceful. Take a slow walk before any major decision. Okay, so this week transforms hidden fears into wisdom, wisdom into career action, and career action into future gains. But only if you stay patient, professional, and emotionally steady. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius, moon is going to be in your 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th houses this week. And moon is going to be in the Leo sign on the 27th for a day only. So this is going to be bringing about some clarity about your partner's true nature, detachment from toxic or one-sided relationships, deeper understanding or expectations, ability to observe without reacting. Emotional distance between partner can be there because Ketu is there in your 7th house. Ego clashes can happen because Sun is also in trine. So feeling misunderstood or disconnected. Sudden silence or withdrawal. In marriage, there is a likelihood. just give me a sec. Just one sec. Okay. So when moon is in the 7th house, so emotional distance can be there between partners, ego clashes, feeling misunderstood or disconnected. Sudden silence or withdrawal happens. Important emotional realization phase, basically. You may feel your partner is distant, or you may yourself feel withdrawn. That withdrawal feeling is there. Don't assume. Communicate calmly, I would say. If the partner is quiet, it doesn't mean that the partner is not available for you. Maybe they are thinking something else. Attraction toward unusual, detached, karmic type people. Avoid rushing into relationship if you are single. Clarity comes in partnership business also, and this could be the time when you will get there are certain maybe some business partnerships they may just start, either strengthen or exposes imbalance in that. Client relationships may need careful handling in the on the career front. Be careful, and when you're doing the meeting, just make sure that all the papers that you have, whatever you have to discuss, are intact and ready. And income through partnerships may fluctuate. Kidneys, lower back, hormones, reproductive system, emotional balance, all these should be taken care of. Distraction through emotional thoughts can happen for students, so be careful. If you have hidden matters, suspicion, joint finances, something which is revealed, something which should be that insecurity that you're going through. So, and it is very good for research, investigation, astrology, occult, uncovering hidden financial or emotional truths, also deep healing. So this is that kind of a house. But there can be overthinking, anxiety, fear, insecurity, stress related to joint finances also. So focus on taxes, loans, insurance, joint accounts, avoid risky decisions, and career wise, behind the scenes stress, hidden politics, or internal pressure. Relationship wise, trust issues or emotional probing can be there. Health wise, reproductive organs, digestion, anxiety, inflammation can happen. If you have to prepare for the litigation, etc., so it's a good time for present any kind of preparation, not confrontation. And watch subtle health signs of the pets also. And for students, it's a good time for research, not for casual study. Powerful for shadow work and letting go spiritually. Then moon moves into the Libra sign. Now the action begins, because moon is going to be where there is Buddha Purnima, and moon is in Swati Nakshatra, where the full moon is taking place. Okay. So this is the house of dharma, fortune, higher learning, travel. So this is a very powerful phase for Aquarius, because moon is in the 9th house. Jupiter is aspecting from Gemini also. There's a Rahu trine also here, and Buddha Purnima is there. So good for guidance. So it's a dharma opening window, no? Very powerful. So guidance from guru, mentor, father life figures, or clarity in life direction, spiritual growth, travel opportunities, success in higher studies. But there can be some confusion in belief system as well, conflicting advice, overthinking choices. So long-term direction becomes clear in the career, on the career front. And as regards to students, excellent for higher studies, exams, philosophy, law, spiritual learning. Travel, strong for long distance or travel planning, maybe, foreign travel planning. Luck improves, but don't rely blindly. And this is good for value and belief systems. In relationship, values and belief systems become very important. And focus on children's future direction. Spiritually, you may ask, follow wisdom, not noise, to yourself. Then lastly, moon is going to be in your 10th house. That is the Scorpio sign. So 10th house is career, authority, reputation. So good side is transformation in career, deep focus, serious decision making, and emotional stress at work, pressure from bosses, and fear of judgment also can be there. So important developments will happen on this day. Maybe some kind of meetings, very important meetings are there. And also avoid emotional reactions. Okay, somebody did not listen to me, somebody did not acknowledge me. All these baby talks, stop doing that now. Don't be a crybaby. They may be the bosses may be demanding or critical. Finances are income tied to performance, and you work more, work harder, the better the income is. But reputation wise, you have to be very cautious. Small mistakes can be magnified. People can be framing you. So be careful about that. Take care of your stress, knees, bones, fatigue. And if you are a homemaker, there can be too much of responsibility that you're feeling. There can be some kind of career anxiety also for student natives for the future. But everything will be fine. I'll give you the remedies also. And Mercury is going to be in the Aries sign from the 30th April to the 15th of May. Your third house is getting active. So this is good for bold communication, new ideas, writing, media, marketing. So for all that, it's good. But at the same time, this Mercury is going to be combust also. So it can give you impulsive speech, arguments, miscommunication also. So good for communication roles, but be careful with the tone. There can be some sibling tensions also, and can be that short journeys will be very, very important in your during this transit. Now, Sun and Ketu are also going to be in trine, on the exact degrees on the 28th of April. So this is like, communication versus relationship, courage versus compromise. That axis is getting activated. So truth in communication, clarity in partnerships, but definitely ego clashes also, and detachment in relationship also can happen. Okay. And Saturn being your Lagnesh, is transiting in Navmansha, your 10th house, that is Scorpio Navmansha. So this is a major career karma activation. So you superimpose D9. You see in the D9 also where Scorpio is, but do check your D1 chart. That's your 10th house Scorpio. So long-term building, long-term career building happens, and discipline and authority growth happens. Okay, so this is like a promotion happening for you, but there will be too much of work pressure also, too much on your plate. There will be slow progress, but definitely progress is there, and responsibility is heavy here. And of course it is the 10th house, and home emotional base, Venus is there, Saturn is looking at your 4th house also. So this is like, giving you some kind of emotional holding also. Your finances are linked to effort and career. Relationship wise, it's karmic clarity you will get. Stress and digestion issues can happen health wise, so take care and communicate calmly. Focus on long term growth. Don't get into any kind of arguments. Avoid impulsive decisions. Om Sham Shanishwaraya Nama for 11 to 21 times in a day is good for you. You can offer black things to the needy, or you can give even donate wheelchairs to the handicapped. And Buddha Purnima, on the Buddha Purnima, donate books or knowledge. Okay, so pause before speaking, avoid late night thinking, keep routine steady. So Aquarius natives, this week reshapes your relationships and your career path. Maturity in communication will decide your success. Okay, so this is what the key theme is. I am sure this is a very positive time period for you guys, because it is in your 10th house, 9th house. The luck is by your side. Okay, so coming to the last one, that is Pisces, and there's a question also waiting for the Pisces. Okay, so for Pisces, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th houses. So this is like, going to be giving you, now you're focused on your health, your routine, So ability to solve problem increases when on the 27th Moon is going to be conjunct Ketu. Your discipline will improve, and you will get that clarity about enemies, debts, health issues in case you are having success in competition. Also, it is good for you guys if you want to, maybe start any kind of fitness regime also during this time. Any kind of litigation, etc., you should avoid. And also sudden health issues can come up, stress, anxiety, etc., conflict with co-workers. So you have to watch digestion, inflammation, blood pressure, mental stress, and sleep and immunity also. Saturn and Mars are also in the Lagna, means body is under pressure any which ways. Workload increases, co-workers may irritate you. Avoid arguments, and good for repayment, planning, and not for taking new risks, I would suggest. Plan everything well, good for strategy. If you are thinking of litigation, etc., strongly watch pets' health. Ketu is there in your 6th house. Good for discipline preparation. Avoid panic if you're a student. And for homemakers, there can be too much of pressure at home, or routine may be too pressure. You might just be under pressure and you feel overwhelmed managing daily responsibilities. So fix your routine, or your routine will control you. That's something you should follow. Then Moon is going to be in your Virgo sign in your 7th house, and that's happening from the 28th to the 30th afternoon. And here it's opposite Saturn, Mercury and Mars also. So clarity about partner, relationship, important discussions, understanding expectations, but there can be some kind of arguments also. Saturn and Mars are right opposite also. So misunderstanding, emotional reactions, or maybe pressure in marriage if you're solo, single. So this can bring about some attraction but confusion also. Don't rush decisions, I would suggest. So this is a test time if you are in a committed relationship or marriage. So your partner may feel that you are too intense. Avoid reacting sharply, I would suggest. Okay. For business partnership, good for negotiation. Check all terms well. Documentation should be done properly. Career front, there is a client facing, and be careful with communication. Financially, money through partnerships may fluctuate. Okay. Maybe you have to put in more money in your business. And health wise, kidneys, lower abdomen, hormones, stress, All these will be may be activated on the 28th to the 30th afternoon. Take care. Children may be affected by parental tension, so avoid any kind of argument in front of the kids or your pets also. Mental distraction due to emotional issues, if you are a student, can happen. Relationships need balance, not control. Then moon moves into Libra, and there is a full moon energy in Swati Nakshatra, Buddha Purnima in your 8th house. Now this is deeper karmic zone. So there is this is good for transformation, deep transformation in fact, and also sudden insight, healing, financial awareness, spiritual awakening happens. But the issue is that there is some emotional turbulence, anxiety, hidden fears, or relationship intensity, or financial confusion also. But joint finances, taxes, insurance, inheritance, partners' money, they become really important. Avoid speculative decisions. Okay? And career-wise, hidden politics or confidential matters may arise. Stay neutral. Okay, relationships will be very intense. Avoid suspicion, emotional testing, or secrecy, because it's your 8th house where it is happening. Trust is the key. Don't dig unnecessarily, don't probe, and less direct impact on the children, but emotional environment matters. If your marriage is good, your children will also flourish. Remember that. And for student natives, it's a very good time for research, psychology, occult, deep study. Anything to do with research is good. And health wise, you have to take care of your reproductive system, hormones, digestion, anxiety. Eat right on this day. And in case you have to travel, just try to cancel on this day especially. Okay. And also spiritually, it is inner purification for you. So release fear, not control. And lastly, moon is going to be in your 9th house in the Scorpio sign on the 3rd of May. So spiritual growth, guidance, learning, so dharma, luck, father, higher learning appears. Long distance travel planning happens. There can be some emotional confusion and doubts in beliefs also. Stress related to father or guru, maybe father's health is suffering or something happens like that. Just take care. And long-term direction becomes clearer now. Okay, career wise, and good for deeper learning, upskilling yourself. Important karmic interaction with your father, guru, mentors is required in case you have to plan for traveling, PR, visa, etc. So this definitely there is a possible movement here, but delays or emotional uncertainty also is reflected because there are Saturn and Mars in trine also. And take care of your hips, thighs, digestion, fatigue, and after chaos, clarity comes through wisdom. Remember that. Mercury is going to be changing signs from 1st to the 2nd house in Aries sign, so good for financial ideas, communication, planning, income. But harsh speech, impulsive spending, and misunderstanding in family also can happen. So be careful. Don't rush investment in finances. Very sensitive speech, words can create conflict. Be careful. Miscommunication is also possible. Now, another thing is Sun and Ketu are in trine from 2nd and the 6th axis. So this is activating speech versus service, money versus karma, family versus health. So good for finances, discipline is required. Ego in speech can be there, or health stress can be there. So that is something you have to take care of. And also Saturn and Mars are in the Pisces sign in the Lagna. So discipline, endurance, and strength. These are the key themes, key to success, I would say. But there can be some fatigueness, there can be pressure, health pressure also, stress also, anger also. So this is a combination that makes you strong but tired also. Okay. Now Jupiter is going to be in the Navmansha of Taurus from 20th April to the 14th of May. Now this is Taurus is your 3rd house, so courage, communication, effort. That's the key. And what is not that great is that you might just start preaching whosoever you're meeting. That is something you have to be careful about. And this is a good time for getting the lesson from your teacher, mentor, guru, and gains versus creativity also. Finances, communication are linked. Okay, so this is what, and avoid speculation, and relationship can be intense and karmic this week. So for you guys, maintain routine, speak calmly, focus on health, meditate during Buddha Purnima, verify financial decisions, and rest properly. Don't react emotionally, don't overspend, don't argue with partner, don't ignore health, and don't trust blindly. And also recite Om Guruvai Namaha, offer yellow items on Thursdays, and recite Hanuman Chalisa for Mars control. Okay, Buddha Purnima, donate books and food. That's the best thing. And if you can't do all this, follow a strict routine, reduce stress triggers, and journal, and mindful eating, proper sleep. Okay, so for Pisces, this week is not about outer success, it is about inner alignment. If you manage your emotions, health, and speech, this same week can become a turning point in your growth. Okay, so this is what is the reading for all of you, and I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat.